What's going on, Nick family? Hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope y'all having uh, uh, a safe and healthy Saturday. Sorry, apologize. Saturday morning. Um, today, excuse me, today is Knicks Day. That means we are back at it, folks. We are back at it. Our New York Knicks are going to be taking on the Beantown Celtics. That's right, the Boston Celtics. So that should be pretty cool. Hopefully things work out. I'm positive. I'm positive, y'all. So I think it should be okay. I think we'll be all right out here. But we got to see. We got to see what happens. But we are coming off a nice victory versus the Houston Rockets. Yeah, they were depleted. We were depleted. So it was that type of game. But thankfully things worked out in our favor. So we'll chop it up, guys. We'll get into everything. The usual thing. Saturday morning. Thankful to be alive. Thankful to be here to talk these Knicks. Appreciate all y'all who tune in. And just rock with me, man. We'll get through this day, and then hopefully by the end of the day there'll be a Nick victory to go along with it. So we'll see. We'll chop it up right after this. All right. Sip of the Joe. Some hot coffee. Like I said, we got a couple things going on today, but we are here, and hopefully, guys, everybody's in good spirits. A lot of times when I come on these Saturdays, especially in recent times, it hasn't been off of a Nick victory. So this is a great thing, at least. We got some positive stuff to play off of going into tonight's game versus the Celtics. So that's good, man. I just want us to keep that same energy going, keep that winning vibe going. We got a young pup out there doing his thing. And we're probably gonna need him again tonight. I'm worried about the whammy, but I'm gonna save it. We'll talk about it later. But I am worried about the whammy, y'all. I'm just I'm just saying. No. Oh no, say it ain't so. Don't do that to me. Ah no, man. I'm no. Don't do that to me. I just saw the chat. No, man. Come on, Uncle Freezy. Don't do this to me, bro. Come on, man. Holy, what are we doing here? Oh man, guys. I mean, some of y'all might already know if y'all tuned in. I don't know how I missed this, but all right. So let me just say salute to Hans Gamer. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Pudge nice as always. And salute to my cohort John. Appreciate him as well. But I see Uncle Freezy in the chat, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm like, Blorange Tears in the house. What's good? What's good? You know what I mean? Then, salute to Deron Wayne before I get into this. And then, bam, he hits me with the whammy, got us. And here's the whammy, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I didn't know. Oh, man. Come on now. Don't do this, man. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, man. Damn it. Y'all don't know, that just messed up my whole morning. I mean, I hate all of this health and safety protocol stuff with a lot of our players being out, but that one hurt. Damn it. All right, well, you know what we're gonna do. What MJ Walker doing? He chilling? Oh man, the Knicks might have to go heavy in the G League. I mean, I'm assuming they knew this with some sort of leeway as far as time goes. I hope they called up some of these dudes they got in the G League because they don't got bodies, guard bodies at that. Oh no, Kemba. Yeah, but yeah, I know. It definitely looks like Kemba should be playing. Um, but even that, like we deprived of bodies. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I know Jericho should have. I mean, the thing about Jericho is he plays a position where we got healthy guys at right now. Go figure. Um, damn. Wow, that sucks. King Ribby, salute. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Robert Parr. Oh, yeah, exactly. Salute, brother. But yeah, I know, man. This is rotten. Yeah, and Robert Parr says, Kimba will probably be out there. But let me tell you something. Now, there's no way, right? There's no way that Tibbs still doesn't play Kimba. I mean, because if Kimba don't play today, after all of these injuries, I mean, not injuries, let's say all of these health and safety protocols issues, being deprived of bodies, and then playing against his old team. If Kimba don't play today, guys, Kimba is out of here. If Kimba don't play today and he's healthy against Boston with no bodies, you will never see Kimba on the basketball court wearing a Knick uniform again. I mean, that's a lie. He could be on walking around the court, but you know what I mean, playing in a game again. So I would think Kimba definitely got to be out there. That's crazy. Yeah, right. Well, look at the irony. Robert Parr is like, we came into the year with depth, and in the past couple of weeks, that went ghost. Facts, yo. That joint got us, man. That joint's tearing through the league. I don't know. I don't like it, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty worried about this, and it's not like I said. I hope the variant that's going around, from what they say, the potency of it is not as bad as previous variants. But this thing is spreading like wildfire. So the problem that I wonder, and then I'm sure the league is starting to worry about, not that they probably have been worried about, is controlling it, right? Like even if it's not that potent, it's spreading like a common cold, and is mad. I mean, it's probably worse than a common cold the way this thing is spreading. So if you think about it like that, how do you really stop it from going around and tearing through the league continuously? You got to take a break, right? I mean, that's the only way, because if say all these dudes come back, like it's only a chain, it's one after the other. You keep going. Now Deuce is gone, right? So probably in the next couple days or so, you'll get RJ back, you'll get Obi back, um, right? And you'll get Grimes back. But as you're going through that, how do we know all the guys? Miles McBride has been around on the team. Their situation hasn't run its course yet. Like maybe it's still infiltrating their bodies. So then you bring RJ, Grimes, and Obi back, and then they're on the team playing around these same guys who now it's just starting to hit them after a few days. Then won't that cycle back to RJ? Oh, you know what I mean? Like the way this thing is moving, we haven't seen it yet, but it's so contagious that I'm sure, if you got it before, you can get it again if you don't take the certain type of action. So I don't know. I don't see any other way for us to kind of put a hold on this until the league shuts down, probably for at least the amount of days that it takes, for the protocol to go through. I don't know if that's 10 days or whatever it is. I think Uncle Freezy mentioned 10 days when he was talking about it. But if that's the case, then I think they're going to have to shut down to be safe for 2 weeks at least. Um, yeah, man. And people have been suggesting that we may have to jump back into a bubble. Yeah. I think it might have to happen because I don't know. I mean, they could try. I would try the 2 weeks first because of all of the people affected. All this is a monkey wrench and everything. Like all of the people, I think Sim was talking about it on Nothing But Knicks. All of the concert series stuff that's happening at the arenas, all of the other scheduled things. It could be anything. The circus. I don't know if the circus still moves around, but you got these traveling circuses stuff that some of these arenas have. You know, any type of programming that you guys got out there that's already been booked at these arenas, all of that stuff gets affected now. So yeah, like that to me that's interesting. So I don't know exactly what they're going to do about that, but I would definitely try a league wide 2 week shutdown. And maybe they're thinking about it too. Maybe they're trying to get to, because today is the 18th, right? And we know, the whole Christmas thing is a big ticket item for the league, right? They promote those Christmas Day games and all that whole thing. The holiday season, they know people are off, so they definitely want to. That's another thing that's going on, guys. Don't think it's not. They understand that people are going to be off, they're with their families, and they're having a good time, and you want to be able to provide some type of entertainment for them. It's a good time for the league, right? So maybe they're trying to get through the Christmas, uh, you know, Christmas Day, and then maybe they'll think about how they can possibly shut down for 2 weeks. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest, but that's just me having like some type of educated guess. Like, if I was going to shut down, I'd probably try to wait to see if I can get through Christmas. But, you know, I don't know, man. The way this is going, it's rough. Um, let's see. What's going on here? Yep. Salute, Delano Steele Jr. What's going on, brother? Um, and just so y'all know, I was supposed to have a special guest on with me today, but he's got some stuff going on with him. It's some good news for him, so great for him. And I will definitely chop it up with him on another Saturday. So this Saturday is going to be our usual things. It'll be open, at some point soon. I'll put the link in the chat and people can join me as usual. So everything is status quo. No fans protocol from last year. Yeah, man, that's probably what's going to have to happen, Deron Wayne. The only thing about that is that, of course, it's revenue for the owners, and the players still get paid their salary, whatever they're supposed to get. But it's the little people, man. It's the concession people. It's the people who clean up the arena, maintenance, security. Like, those are the people that and Christmas time too. Well, I mean, all right, they're still playing and doing things right now, but I'm just saying the holiday time going into to whatever's going to happen in the new year, like that's rough, man. This thing is the worst thing that could ever happen to us. And I don't want to get all political on it, but this just goes back to previous political regimes and how we didn't do enough to kind of get stuff in place for this so we can go forward and have some type of solid protocol. And also it points towards current regime too, because you know what, they knew what was going on. They've came into the office and they're supposed to be doing better. And I'm not saying they weren't doing better than what was happening prior, but it's not enough when you consider how things are running through the world now. Like, we opened back up fully, and people are pretty loose out here. I know every time I go outside, there's people walking around with no mask. There's still people going into stores with no mask. And I'm in New York. For those who may not be in the New York area, there's now they said that in New York City, I don't know if it's statewide, but definitely in New York City, the other day they just mandated everybody wear a mask when you go into any establishment. That was just a few days ago, and there's still people walking around no mask at all, not even on their face, not even fronting. So don't know. That's the problem, man. We all want to live life. I mean, I definitely want to be able to enjoy myself and do different things. But like, for example, like Spider-Man just came out. I know this is not Nick talk, but this is life talk, and we in real life right now. Uh, Spider-Man just came out. You know how bad I want to go see Spider-Man, but I got family members who don't have the vaccination, and so I got to worry about them too. Like, I'm not going to put my own selfish needs. I got to put them to the side. Like, I'll catch Spider-Man whenever if it comes on Disney Plus or something, or if I catch it some other way. You know what I mean? Um, if I catch it some other way, I'll check it out that way, because I'm just trying to take care of my family and make sure they're good. Because you don't know, especially this one. I don't know if it's as potent, but it's moving fast. So, and it's hitting everywhere. Like, people that that I know that haven't got it before, they're getting it. So anyway, y'all just take it easy and definitely be safe out there. Do what y'all got to do. Wear your mask, and wash your hands and sanitize and all that stuff. Don't sleep, man. Anywhere you go, you touch a handle or whatever, you get a delivery, wipe it down. Wipe me down. That's what they say. Wipe it down. Yeah, man. So I mean, because nobody wants to get that thing and spread it around, no matter how potent it is. All right. So Delano Steele. So now Miles McBride is out due to health. Yep. Crazy, man. We're going to have a G League team. That's a fact. Deron Wayne, that is a fact, bro. Yo, I don't know what's going on. Ethan, salute. What's happening, brother? I don't know if I've seen you tune in before, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining. DSJ, see, this is Evan Fournier's fault for sharing that best. Yeah, man, that steak was terrible, man. Contagious. It set the league on fire, not just the Knicks. Oh man. White Falcon, salute. What's going on? Real King, salute. This person right here, whatever this is, you are blocked. Robert Parr says, no fans. Y'all remember how well Randall played with no fans? Right. Randall's probably like, yes. That's what I wanted. Nah, man. Nobody wants anything bad to happen to people, and want families and friends to have to go through this whole thing. But let me say, you guys are right. Randall, without the fans, less pressure, he was definitely out there balling. Maybe he gets his boogie back for a little bit, but I don't know if that's what we're really hoping for, because we'll see what happens. But definitely salute Real King once again. NBA losing money if bubble happens. NBA shutdown. Hey, you ain't lying. You are not lying, bro. Yeah. Come on, man. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from this subject because, one, I don't like the player. You know what I mean? I think he, as far as a person, some of the stuff he does for others is great. Some of his viewpoints and thoughts about things, and the fact that he's willing to speak up, is fantastic. His play on the court is phenomenal. He's definitely been a thorn in the Knicks' backside many times, but I can't rock with some of the ways he does things. I think there's a level of immaturity to him, as well as that other guy that he's teammates with on that team, and I just refuse to really spend too much time talking about that gentleman, even though he does. It's like one of the catch-22s. He does some really good things positively, and he speaks some really positive, impactful things, and he's willing to stand up for it. It's the other stuff about him that I don't like, and that's my bias. I went back and forth. I didn't go back and forth. But I went. Somebody said something about, because I had made a reference on the NBA report about watching the Cleveland Cavaliers because they're a young, exciting team, and just paying attention to them and watching what they're doing, maybe watching a couple games to see how they move out there. And some dude was like, no, real Knicks fans watch other teams. You live and die by the Knicks. Let me tell you something. I watch whoever the hell I want. I am a Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan since I was a little kid, and I've dealt with the ridicule, everything, being in high school. You know how tough high school was for me when the Knicks was sucking, and I had to deal with my friends at the lunchroom table clowning me because I'm a Knicks fan. The hell out of here, man. I do whatever the hell I want. I watch my Knicks. That's my team. I can choose to watch whoever I want. Just know that the Knicks is always my number one team, and I'm always a Knicks fan. And I only root for the Knicks, especially if they're playing any team in the league. So, kick rocks, B. Let me see. Be civilized. What's good? What's good? Yeah, man. Good to see you, brother. Mask off. I'm okay. Yeah. All right, White Falcon. If there was ever a person I saw that would be that way, I would think it would be you. You definitely go against the grain. Hey, man, just stay safe out there, brother. And and if I see you in person ever, I'll say what's up, but I keep 6 feet. When I said that, it kind of reminded me of that movie with what was it called? Lottery Ticket? No, it wasn't Lottery Ticket, but it was with that Brandon dude. Yeah. No, it was Tropic Thunder when Robert Downey Jr.'s character smacked him in the face. He's like, "Oh, I bet you I'll tag you back." Anyway, don't mind me, y'all. Sometimes my brain works that way. Anyway, Robert Paul, it's crazy out here in New York City because people are reckless with the mask laws. Yeah, man. You know how it is. Spider-Man versus... Hey, wait, Green Goblin's in it? Oh, man, come on now. I'm not watching this. You already ruined it for me now. I'm just playing. Kevin Knox available? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not sure. Is it because did he get like a false positive or something? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. DSJ, I wish they released it on Disney Plus because it would earn a lot of money for the streaming service. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I agree. Randall needs Kawhi. We need PG-13. White Falcon stays true to, you know what I mean? You true to it, brother. Facts all day. Randall was probably balling better with no fans because he probably could hear Tibbs yelling for us. Ew, that's funny, man. Be civilized. You're crazy, man. That's funny. Facts. That might be true. Eric Surreal, salute. Oh, man. Yep. Blorange Tears. Smash that like button. Facts. Appreciate you. Yes. All right. Well, guys. Hold on 1 second. And Supreme Chop, what's good? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's definitely get into our Nick talk. You see Pudge Nice in the building? Oh man, damn. Chop said grand opening, grand closing. Appreciate you, man. Either way. Randall has no defenders. How he gonna win? He's like Dame right now, last in defense. Yeah. This is true. So yeah, man. Let me put this in the chat real quick. Get it cracking. I don't want to delay. I do have a couple things that I want to go over. I'm still getting a few things ready Um, but anyway, getting into it, I just want to say, thank goodness the Knicks got that victory against Houston. We needed it. You know what I mean? Like, uh, if we had gone, you know, with this continuing with this losing streak, and having to deal with that going into Boston, and with all this health protocol stuff happening, I don't know, man. I don't know what we were gonna do, because this streak could be going for a minute, and even a team like Detroit, who we're gonna face soon, even though they're not a great team, I think as far as people on the protocol, they're not as bad as some of the other teams. So they got they have the ability to field some players. So they might be at a little bit of an advantage. You never know who's out there, especially if the right players are out there. So uh, it's good that we got that win against the Rockets. That's all I'm saying, because it could get a little dicey, man. Could get a little dicey. Stuff is it's looking kind of funky right now. But it definitely was a good game. Considering Knicks put up 116 points versus the Rockets 103. So, you know, I look at that like whether or not you feel the competition level was high, whether or not you feel like the Houston Rockets was a worthy opponent. I mean, the Houston was playing good basketball. Now, granted, that probably was when they had their players, on the team that were not out because of the protocol and stuff. But they still were playing winning basketball, you know, prior to us playing them for the most part. So you got to look at it for what it is. Even if they were so shorthanded that it looked a little wild out there, it is what it is, man. We played them and we played them. You can't pick your matchups and pick the outcomes the way you like them. You just have to deal with it. And the Knicks did what they had to do, and they got that victory. And not only did they get the victory, but we got to see young Miles Deuce McBride, and we saw how he played and facilitated. We saw that he was really good at protecting the basketball, um, and we haven't seen that in a minute. Like, when's the last guard that we've seen, protect the basketball that well in his appearances? And I think I couldn't verify the stat, so that's the reason why I'm not putting it up. I would have to go back and check myself, and I just didn't have time, guys. But I think I saw something that said in 68, or it's either somewhere 67 to 69, I don't know, but either 67 or 68 touches that Deuce has had with the basketball since playing in on the team without a turnover. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, man. Looks like he takes care of the basketball, guys. I didn't know it was that good, as far as, like, even when I looked at his G League stuff, I didn't really notice his turnovers. So I don't know how effective he was down there, but maybe he was just as effective. Like, maybe that's his bag. Like, and if that is his bag, guys, you know what that points to? Deuce got a high IQ, because it's very hard to play basketball and be effective and be a facilitator type or be a playmaker type and not turn over the ball. The best do it all the time. So if he is able to do some things like that, um, and not turn over the ball, that says a lot about his IQ. Now, granted, he's not going full throttle, full steam. Y'all see him when he's out there. He's like kind of dribbling slow, moving around, surveying what's going on. So he's able to take his time and make the right type of play. We don't know what happens if Deuce gets unleashed and they tell him to create more, and penetrate and be more aggressive. Maybe when he moves a little faster, the turnovers might happen. But I'm okay with that, man, because the bottom line is it shows that he takes care of the ball pretty well. So I'm cool with that. Um, Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. Oh wow. Robert Parr says we're going to see nothing new out there today. Tibbs is going to work with the hand he's dealt and play the guys he has available except Kimba. Wow, you really think that? Because Robert Parr, if you think that, that definitely means Kimba will never play again on the court for the Knicks. Because there's no reason for him not to be out there today. Even Blake Griffin, who the Brooklyn Nets did the same thing to him. He even has been playing lately. And I don't know if he's playing because they feel differently about him. I think he's playing because of the fact that they got so many people out on because I looked at their numbers and I think they got about 8 or 9 out due to health and safety. And bam, according to King Ribby, KD just entered the protocol. So there you go. What is that Brooklyn Net team without Kyrie? Well, that's why they're bringing Kyrie back, which is crazy. Whatever. That's what is that team without those 3 dudes? Not to mention other people that are out, like Harris and stuff. For the that has nothing to do with that. The protocol. He's just out because of being injured. What is that team? This next week or so is going to be interesting for them, but I think they'll be okay. They got a nice little cushion, being atop of the Eastern Conference, so they should be fine. DSJ says, should we postpone our games as well? We're losing players every day, and we need to consider everyone's safety. Yeah, man, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, what are we doing here? Like, something's got to happen. I didn't think about this. What if now? I don't know how intricate they would think, to go into this whole thing, but what if they shut down portions? You know what? Not the whole league. What if they just shut down segments? Like, these 4 or 5 or 6 teams don't play for but that's tricky. It has to really go into scheduling. Like, you really have to know. It won't work. The scheduling is all over the place. There's no way they could do it. Nah, forget it. Sometimes I get an idea and I know it's not good off the bat. But that would be something. If you could kind of break it down in segments, certain teams, like, well, these teams don't play for 2 weeks. And then we'll just keep going like that. And then, kind of cycle through. I don't know. I'd hate to see them shut down the whole season, man. Without basketball right now, it's tough. It was nice to have basketball back, but I understand, what's most important. But then, that would really stink. But, we'll see. They got to do what they got to do. Fournier played small forward versus Houston, and you know what? It's a good point. Regardless of his defensive impact, he played well on offense, and he played small forward, which is where I think he needs to be on this team. He's going to get in he either needs to play small forward as a starter, or he could play shooting guard coming off the bench. But I think RJ needs to be back into that shooting guard spot. Houston won 8 straight before the loss. Yeah, there you go. I'm talking about White Falcon. Randall and Fournier need to step up. Nets also have COVID. Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. We had Alfred, RJ, AMD, Bullock with Mitch playing with Randall. Randall had defenders. We was number 1. We was. Things change, man. Things change. I mean, because look at what's going on right now. We basically got rid of Bullock for Fournier, and Fournier's struggling with the Knicks. Although he did play offensively, he played well the last game, and Bullock is struggling with the Mavs. So it is what it is. I mean, Bullock is struggling hitting threes, and he could do that. So Be Civilized said New York Knicks chose to sit Kemba and really didn't have a choice but to keep playing Evan Cheeks, Fournier in the starting lineup due to salary. It's cheaper to sit $9 million versus almost $20 million. Get him out of here. You ain't lying. Pudge, I don't know if you saw, but Deuce is apparently going into the health and safety protocol, brother. Yeah, he was supposed to start today. I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. When I heard the news, your reaction right now is probably the same reaction I had. BK got a lot of players out. Yep. Yeah, even Blake was out there and contributing in the game the Nets played. He was in the same boat as Kemba. That's what I'm saying. Robert Parr. Only because D Rose injured. Yeah, well, that's what would have happened. Wow. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, Pudge. I know. It's bad. Yes. Sign Dotson. Yeah, man. Now listen. We got some players in the G League that we can bring up. Isn't it interesting? Well, I don't know how the league is, but how is it that like, I mean, I guess that makes sense because the NBA team is traveling. Yeah, but thankfully our G League team has stayed away from the health and safety issues unless they don't really list them like that. But I don't know of any of the G League affiliate team having any health and safety protocol issues. So, we got some guys down there that they could bring up. I look, I wouldn't mind seeing MJ Walker. I know it's crazy to put him out there, but in these situations, it's like, what are you gonna do? But I know one thing: MJ Walker can play some basketball, so it is what it is. He'll do something out there. Yeah, man. This is definitely one of them things. One of them things. But back to the actual game itself. Um, oh, that's breaking news. Jericho had 19 rebounds in the G League game. Damn, Jericho getting busy. I saw a highlight of him yesterday from this previous game where he was getting busy out there. He looked like, I mean, the G League, he looked like a beast out there. The dude looked like a man against boys. It's a little different in the NBA game, but out there he definitely should be dominating like that because he looks like a monster. White Falcon says, "Who do you want to trade for?" I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know who I would want to trade for right now because, to be honest with you, I really want to see these young guys play. So it would have to be, if I want to bring in anybody, it would have to be somebody young who I think can help this team and grow with the team. Or if it's not somebody young, I would want to get a good player who plays defense. That's could be a vet, but is not on a long contract. Someone that is on an expiring contract this year or has 1 year left, something like that, because I don't want to be tied into to any of these dudes. Because I think the Knicks need to start moving forward, building off the youth, and I really think that even though I've been opposed to bringing him in for most of the year, I think the Ben Simmons thing has some teeth. I think uh, I like the idea of having him with guys like Deuce and RJ, uh, and Grimes and stuff like in Jericho. Like, I like the thought of these guys all being young and growing together and like starting to learn how to play and get that defensive identity back and running through the league with that sort of energy that they got because they're young and they're skilled players, especially on the defensive end. Some of these guys, if they're able to learn how to play the tip system and run and gun because they're young, they could really become good and get it to a point where they could remind us. And I'm not saying the same talent level as OKC, but the fact that OKC was a young team that got to a point of like good success fast, and then because they were so young, they could sustain it until they broke them up. But that's what I would love to see from these Knicks. If they could get that, man, we could have a good team for a while. It's all about having the right players that you can keep together, and maybe it's easier to do it with a team like the Knicks if you could just get them to play the right way, and you don't have to worry about all of them being superstars and losing them because you can't afford them. Because that's the problem with OKC. If Harden wasn't as good as Harden was, and say maybe Ibaka wasn't as good as he was, if they were slightly less than what they were, maybe they wouldn't command as much money, and they could have probably kept that team together. Or at least if some of them left, most of them could have stayed, and they would have had a perennial winning type team. But they just had so many stars over there that commanded big money. You start losing those guys, that's it. You go right back to what you're looking at these days, what that team is now, a young rebuilding team that is going to be in for some tough games. But I'm gonna think about that, White Falcon, because I really don't know, man. I don't know. I actually have to think about that anyway for a show for the Queen's Court. So if y'all definitely tune into the Queen's Court on Monday night, I believe. I don't think there's a Knick game on Monday night. I could be mistaken. I'll check. But yeah, because Queen is doing something, and so I'm putting my little list together, which I'll probably do that a little later. So Queen, if you tune in and you watch this, I got you. I'm sorry, my bad. I was supposed to do it yesterday. I got you. Hold on one second. It's hard because I do not want to trade players in the East. Anyone can steal in the West. Yeah. Nuggets 2. Oh, right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Nuggets 2, right? Knicks 100. Facts. That they're in the same situation. Worldwide L, salute. Stafford Don, blessings to you and everyone. Yes. What's going on, brother? PG-13 is the best choice for New York Knicks. Ain't no one else moving me because no one can. Yeah. Hey, man. You ain't lying. This is the truth, bro. This is the truth. But and actually, you know what? I will tell you this, White Falcon. PG-13 fits my little narrative of having a young team that can build together. He's still young, so I mean, somewhat young, yeah. Be civilized said, I feel like if we do make a trade, it has to start with players that are unselfish, that can come in and make an impact immediately. It's all about chemistry and playing for each other. Facts. That's what this team has been lacking. We have definitely been lacking that chemistry, and that whole thing about having fun out there. The Knicks, last year's Knicks used to have fun out there. They was balling, but they was doing it and remember, you know how the Knicks was having fun? Just go back to the press conferences and the interviews right after the game was over with Rebecca Harlow, whoever was interviewing them. You see how much fun they're having, joking with each other, coming up to each other. They don't have that right now. They stressed out over there. Definitely. And bring back Theo Pinson, man. Come on, man. I know Theo Pinson wants to play, but look, all right, I get it, but we'll pay you. Give him a couple. Give him like an extra $500,000, man. Get up on this bench, man. Help us out. We need you, Theo. I want Theo Pinson back for real. I'm not joking about that. Like Theo Pinson helped. He helped, man. He took the edge off, man. This team is stiff. This team is, I don't know, man. They need something. PG-13 is prime top 10 MVP. Maybe. And I also got to give credit to PG-13 for building his game back to where it is, because remember, before that horrible injury he had, PG-13 was a problem. That dude was super explosive and he was aggressive with it. He's a little less aggressive now, But he still will do his thing. It's just prior to that injury, man, he was like, oh. Worldwide L says Kemba is going to show Tibbs why he should be playing. Yeah, you might be right, bro. If PG-13 won a ring in New York, let's talk GOAT talk. Oh, shout out to AG-13 playoff P. Yeah, here we go. I like that. I'm loving it. McGrimes is now open 24/7. What's going on? Charles Spreewell, the American Dream. Yo, what's good, man? Appreciate you, bro. I think this is your first time tuning in too. I haven't seen you on here, man. Definitely salute to you, brother. Thank you. Be civilized. Facts. That injury, man, giving PG-13 his flowers. Yeah, man. That injury was horrific, man. Some people don't even come back from something like that. This dude came back and is balling out. He's still a really good player in the league. I give him salute, White Falcon. That's your dude, yo. Geraldine McIver. Hey, good morning. Salute to you. Salute to you. You know how much we appreciate you over here. And you know what? Let me just throw this out here because I didn't do my proverbial thing. You know, gotta do that. Has to happen. Salute the chat. That's right. Salute y'all. Yeah, man. John's like, drop that link. I've been dropping it, B. They not jumping in, B. You know what I mean? I've been dropping it. Maybe they trying to get there early. What is it now? 11:57. They're trying to get their brunch going on right now, so they're just digesting it. You know what I mean? I've been dropping that. Play Bizzle. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to whoever does jump in because I got an exclusive that I gotta get out there in a little bit. Make sure I put that out there for y'all, and salute to my man. But what I do want to get into is I want to get into the Miles McBride stuff, man. A little heavy, a little heavier, yo. You know what I mean? Because this dude, like, I've been waiting for this moment. You know, ever since we drafted him, and I was watching him, you know, doing my draft analysis or whatever you want to call it. I was really high on Miles McBride, man, and with the summer league and everything that was happening, man, this dude sold me, man. You know, I fell in love with the idea of Miles McBride being the point guard for the Knicks. Like, just boom, just watching him, man. Like, and maybe that's how the deprived we have been. You know, watching Frankie Ntilikina for so many years and and guys like that. When I saw him, I was like, oh man, this is what we need. And I will still say that he's still got some learning to do. He's not ready for the keys full throttle. Like, but he's definitely at a point where I could see him doing some special things for us. The bad thing is that now, like, this is what I worry about, guys. Yo, I cannot believe this. Y'all understand? This is the whammy. Because I said this yesterday on Blorange Tears. Thank you, Geraldine. Appreciate you. I said this on Blorange Tears that I feel like each time one of our young pups has a good game, a career game, if you will, in the NBA, we get hit with the whammy. And we got hit with I went into today feeling so good. I'm like, yo, Duke's got to start. So, man, I wonder what he's going to do. Is he going to be aggressive on the offensive end? Is he going to be facilitating, dishing? He's going to try to get into the lane, do some razzle-dazzle stuff? Wrong. Hit with the whammy. Now he's out on health protocols. Come on, man. How does this happen? And don't do it to our guys right after they have a good game like that. Yo, Knicks can't buy a break, man. Plus, you know, another thing, y'all, look at the delay. Look at the delay on how this health protocol is running through us. You might think, hey man, you hear these two dudes is down, this dude is down. A couple days later, you're like, all right, well, it is what it is. Yo, this thing is just waiting. Buy it in its little time. Give you like 3 or 4 days, huh? No, you think we gone? Nope. This is bad, man. This is bad. It just keeps hitting us. Um, you know, I'm just gonna say that. Oh, did I put the? Oh, I did. Yeah. So the link is in the chat for anybody who wants to jump in and chop it up. And I just think it's pretty funny because today I was supposed to have a special guest, right? And my plan was to have me and him just go back and forth and chop it up about the Knicks, and then we'll field questions and stuff from the chat and do the normal thing. But we were gonna do it like that. And I bet you, had I done that, and he was here, everybody in the chat be like, yo, where's that link? Right. And then now that he couldn't make it, for whatever reason, now everybody's quiet in the chat. That's how it is, man. I'm a Knick fan, and so Knick things happen. This is my whammy. This is what we dealing with. Yep. Geraldine says she feels the same way. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But let's not wait in. Wait, I guilted somebody in here. I guilted them. That's what you got to do. I guilted one. Let's get him. Let me get him in here, man. Salute to my brother. Worldwide L in the building.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing, bro. Hey, man.
How's everything?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Don't
You
threaten me with a good time. I'll come on in. I was just trying to be in the back and be cool and just listen. Sometimes you just gotta listen. Don't threaten me with a good time. I sure enough accept the invite.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Oh, okay. Look at it. Listen, I see you next 100. You putting it together, man. Dude got a little slogan, Ron, John, and No Way Jose. Yeah, that's how we do it, man. Yeah, L, like, yo, it's crazy, bro. Could the disrespect is real. The disrespect. Hold on, y'all. Let me hit this buzzer because I don't know if this is for me. That's what happens when you live in a building with other people. People be ringing your bell. Let me stop my cam for a second. But yeah, Al, can you believe that we going through this right now?
Yeah, it's kind of when I got the news. It's scary. It's scary. I look at it like it's just scary that this is happening. Hopefully these guys are okay. Hopefully they have no side effects.
Hold on one second, y'all. Y'all continue to talk. Go ahead. Staff is here.
What's up, L? What's up, bro? Yeah, you got ain't it crazy? You got the news this morning. You just talking about it last night.
What's that?
That McBride is out.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that, bro. You just telling me now, bro.
Yeah, he's out.
Damn, so who? Oh, man, look at here.
Yeah, so now
we short-handed tonight. Definitely against the Celtics.
He ain't got no choice but to play
Kemba tonight.
Yeah, ain't got no choice. I mean, if you don't play Kemba tonight, that's messed up, man. That's foul.
Nah, he gonna have to play him, L. He gonna have to, bro. And this is in Boston too. What a perfect storm, bro. You get that? You get that, bro? What a perfect storm. You get bench. McBride ended up being out. The next game is in Boston, and we don't have a point guard. Look at this. Look at this here. Wow.
Yeah. That's God's work right there. I look at that like that. Hopefully all these
Did you say L?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he got caught in a dead spot or something. I don't know. Yo, Stafford, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
All
Can you
right,
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. There you
Oh,
go.
okay. Yeah, I was just saying that. You know, I just hope none of these guys got lingering effects and that they all, you know, they just tested positive. But it's definitely I create, you know, this is God's work. This is God's work right here. That it comes back to Kimba. He has to play him. If you don't play him tonight, like that's bad. That's bad, Tibbs. That's bad. That's bad. You know. Yeah, he might go
Yeah,
crazy.
boy.
He might go crazy.
I wouldn't say it's bad, bro. It's just gonna be disappointing if he don't play because McBride gonna be out, you know, quickly out, you know. So definitely need Kemba tonight. And I was telling L, Ron, it's in Boston too. It couldn't be a perfect storm for Kemba to return back to play tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I was saying something to Robert Parr because Robert Parr in the chat was like, Tibbs probably going to do what he normally does. I'm like, if Tibbs don't play Kemba tonight, we ain't never seen Kemba on the court for the Knicks again.
Yeah, you ain't gonna never see him on the court because you ain't got no guards. It's everybody in your starting lineup. That's it. Are they bringing up G Leaguers? Let me see. It's 12. It's 10 after 12, right? So
they might have to.
No, but I think we got enough players. We got enough players though, so we ain't gonna do that hardship like the rest of the teams are. I think we even might see Wayne Selden tonight.
what
That's
position
to
he
tell
play?
you.
What position he play?
He plays small forward, I believe.
All right, so
I mean, I guess they might have to do that, and then Burks is still there, so they can put Burks at the one. At the one, yeah.
Okay. And then who's coming in off the bench? Only so you might have Taj running the point. Your Tibbs to do some crazy shit. Oh, sorry, Ron. He'll do something crazy like that. To spite Kimba. Go pick Taj at the one. Oh, Tibbs.
You know, I wouldn't. That's crazy. I was
See,
about
now
to say,
you can see stuff like that happen.
Then I thought about it. I was like, hold on, Taj.
Oh man.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. It looks like that that was a package for me. Who knew? Yeah, it is what it is. Real life happens, man. Real life happens. But that's why this is live YouTube TV. It goes down. Yeah, but I was thinking, you know, one of the things that we're gonna have to deal with is how do we stack up against them with all the people that we got out. So let me just pull this up real quick because I was looking at the league a little bit yesterday to see who all was affected, and obviously some teams are worse than others. Let me see how updated this is right now. So right now, let me just read it off to you guys. Dennis Schroeder is day to day. Romeo Langford is day to day. Sam Hauser, you know, okay, he's out. Juancho Hernan Gomez, remember him? He's out due to the health and safety protocols. Grant Williams is out due to health and safety protocols. Al Horford out, health and safety protocols, and Jabari Parker out, health and safety. But the Gunners, they're available. Jalen, Tatum, Marcus Smart. Oh boy, this is gonna be an L, fellas. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know what y'all think, man.
Not if you play Kimba.
He's like, Kemba is the antidote.
Hey, man, it don't matter if he play Kemba or not, bro. He might still hold his L because they got more equipped players than us, man. So Jaylen Brown and Tatum cancel out Julius already.
I mean, because
So
look, right now
it's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah, we got Derrick Rose is day to day, and if I had to be, if I was, excuse me, if I was a betting man, I don't think he plays today because I think he's too valuable to the team. Like in another situation, I think Derrick does play today because he's a gamer and wants to get out there. But if Tibbs is looking at what's happening right now, you put Derrick back in there and he gets hurt even worse on that ankle, then we lose him for a longer stretch. That's a problem. So I think they should, and especially with this, if I already broke down to you who Boston has on their roster and who they'll be able to play, the chances of us winning are very slim. Not that it can't happen because anything can happen, but come on, why would you don't put yourself in a situation if Derek is not 100%, why throw him out there? And then he's going to have to play big minutes because you handicap. Don't put him in that situation. I don't, a healthy younger person maybe, but not Derrick Rose who's been through so much. Then
is Derek on the? I'm sorry, Ron. Is Derek on the injured list tonight?
Yeah. Well, he's day to day with an ankle because remember he hurt his ankle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's there. So we don't know if he's playing tonight.
Yeah, we don't know if he's going to play or not. And then then you got obviously Miles McBride out, health and safety. Emmanuel Quickly out, health and safety. I hear some music, bro. I don't want to get copyrighted. So Miles McBride is out due to health and safety. Emmanuel Quickly is out due to health and safety. RJ Barrett's out due to health and safety. Quentin Grimes is out due to health and safety. Obi Toppin's out due to health and safety. Kevin Knox it says he's out as well, but it doesn't list why he's out. So I don't know what that means. Maybe he got a false positive or something, or maybe his test that they recently did is negative. So I don't know. Kevin Knox is a little tricky. I don't know what that means. Maybe he won't be out for a while. Maybe he's coming back. So we'll see. And then Luka Samanic, which doesn't matter. He's in the G League, but he has a left foot injury. So that is what's going on with that. And Quickly and Knox is out. Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough game tonight.
It is.
Ooh, she bad, boy.
Yeah, John, we was talking about it earlier, man. Uncle Freezy broke my heart, B. He hit me with the whammy. I've been talking about it. It's the whammy, John. Every time a young pup of ours has a good game, they get hit with the whammy. So,
oh boy, I don't know what it is, man. Are they around people with the virus? I don't know. Is it a shake hand? That's why they in protocol. How I don't get it, man.
It's just the fact. Remember, they're on the court. It's not like they playing on the court. They in close proximity. They touching each other. They talking to each other. They breathing on each other. It's gonna happen. If any of them got it and it's in their system, which is what's been happening, because with this thing, it's not showing itself right away. It's taking a few days. So that's why some guys are getting hit after 3 or 4 days, it finally jumps into the system. I think they said something like it's a 7-day, something like that, 7 days before it really presents itself from contact. So it's just been taking its time, man. It's taking its time, and it may not. You could take a test tomorrow and not have it in your system, and then 4 days from now it finally hits, and then you take a test and you're positive. That's what's going on. And the Knicks are dealing with it, man. This life is nuts, man. I swear you would have to pinch me to think we'd ever be in these times. And watching my basketball team go through this is crazy.
I know, right? Chicago going through it, Denver going through it, Charlotte going through it. I mean, basically most of the sports league is going through it. The NHL, This COVID-19 thing ain't playing, man.
Yeah. I don't know if you was on when they put it in the chat that Kevin Durant is now out with the health and safety protocols too.
For real?
Yeah.
Boy, look at this here, boy. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, man. This thing is running through. They're gonna have to do something. It's taking people out first off, and then it waters down your product, right? Because this is a business, and you're trying to entertain the fans. Now, if the top players, the star players, aren't able to play in the games, like it changes what the product you're putting out there. The fans want to see KD, they want to see Harden, they want to see these type of players. And if they're not there, you know what I mean? It's like intentionally sitting somebody. So I don't know. It is what it is, man. This is just nuts. All the vets, Real King says all the vets except Mitch is going to be out there tonight. Mitch is the only young guy available. Wow. That's interesting. That's something. Now we find out what Tibbs is really doing. First off, let me ask y'all this. How the hell, isn't that curious? All these teams with all these players that are out, what's up with the coaches? How come the head coaches ain't going down? I mean, I know Carlisle went down like a week or so ago, but like for the most part, why are these coaches still walking around? Not even just Tibbs, like all the dudes, Dice, all these guys. How are they able to stay away from this?
That's a good question. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, what? I mean, Clyde is out. Rebecca Harlow is out.
Right. But some the only thing with Rebecca Harlow is we don't know if she actually is out because of testing. She might be out for precautionary reasons because she's pregnant and she's like, nah, man, I gotta chill. Back up out of here.
Yeah.
Let me see here. All the kids except Sims Bench are playing, right? And Anthony Davis started this ever since the Lakers game. Yeah. John said they need to sanitize the media room. Yeah, man. They definitely do.
Yo, Ron, you want to hear something that's crazy? You could say it started in that Laker game because they said AD was sick, right? And some say he had the flu or something like that, right? And then a couple of days after that, RJ had got sick. Remember, RJ had caught the flu.
Right. RJ and Jericho, I thought it was. I think it was RJ and Jericho.
Yeah. And then after that, everybody just started getting sick.
And the weird thing is somehow Jericho was able to, I do think that maybe RJ and Jericho had a cold, right? It wasn't that. And then somehow I don't know, maybe that also happened, but somehow, because remember they said Jericho was under the weather too, but Jericho never went onto the health and safety protocols. And then I was like, where's Jericho? Then I find out he's in the G League playing. So I don't know. It's weird. Somehow he was able to escape that. Salute to my man Jay Boogie. 5 days of work and 1 whole day to play. Y'all know the song. It's Saturday. Get those likes up. We the most dedicated, and just like the show, we still Knicks fans. Salute. 3 capital. Let's go, Jay Boogie, my dude.
Salute, Jay Boogie.
Yeah, man. Definitely salute. Yo, you see how that's funny. I just caught myself doing that. You know how you talk to somebody for a minute and being that you're around them, some of the things that they say or their slang starts to infiltrate your speech.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Yeah, man. Yeah, I sound like Uncle Freezy. Yeah, man. I'm like, what happened here? Alvin Gentry, the Kings coach, is on the protocol. Yeah, I know some coaches have been affected, but I'm just surprised that more coaches aren't going down with this. You know what I mean, White Falcon? Because it's not just, the Tibbs got like 5 or 6 coaches on the bench behind. There's mad dudes behind. I don't even know who all those people are. Why? I mean, I guess the people behind the coaches, we probably wouldn't hear about them, but the other coaches, You think we would know if they went down? Like, there's so many coaches on these teams that are just sitting around talking to these players in the huddle, all that stuff. They're all exposed. I don't know how they're doing it, but I just hope they do something to kind of to stop what's happening before it just keeps like a spiral effect, because you can't stop it if you don't stop it. You know what I mean? It sounds easy and like kindergarten-ish at the same time. You can't stop it if you don't stop it, but it's true, because this thing is just going to keep going around. Like, how you're going to have to do something. I don't know, man. I don't know. Salute. But let me do this here, fellas, because I do want to. I had this whole thing planned. I was gonna do this whole. I'm gonna kind of condense it a little bit. I ain't gonna get into all the stuff now, because I was really hype off of Miles Deuce McBride and what he was doing. So I was gonna do this whole thing about his impact and what he was gonna do tonight. But guess what? That's not happening. I was gonna do a pregame matchup for tonight. That pregame matchup got shot to hell. So, what I will do real quick is let me show my dude some love and at least play this little highlight clip of my man Deuce doing his thing real quick. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, man. Deuce was out there doing his damn thing out there, man. I appreciate the fact that Deuce got a chance to play before this thing hit him, because I was really excited to see him out there. It stinks that he's got to go down and join the fray, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, it was nice highlights.
Yeah, man. He definitely did something special out there in the time that he was out there, being that, that was his first time getting big minutes. And once again, our young pups, you give them some big minutes, they show improve. They're doing some things. So
yeah, they got heart. These guys, they got heart. It's like, give me some time, and I'm gonna show you, coach. That's that's the mentality that they have. Just give me some time. Give me a few minutes, coach. I'm gonna show you. And they got their little few minutes, and they showed them. You know,
Facts.
they at least requires some kind of minutes per game somewhere. Everybody ain't gonna have it going on every game. So when that person, whoever that player is not having a good game, pass it over and let them and give them some of the minutes. You know, they
I agree.
They earning it.
Yep, I'm with you on that. I agree with you there. Let me see. I hope y'all can hear this, and I hope we still got my man Jay Boogie in the chat. I got that exclusive, so I want to definitely give him some shine and some love on my platform whenever I can. Jay Boogie is an inspirational cat. You know, ever since I first started watching any Knick content on YouTube, Sim was the first person I saw. He was the face for me. And then it was CP and KnicksFanTv. But the most memorable part of watching CP and KnicksFanTv was always waiting for the close of Jay Boogie to get on, man. Y'all know how he do. So I always, you know, said, you know, I don't know who this dude is, but when he gets on, man, he just make me feel better. I don't know what it is about him. And he continues to have that same energy, that same spirit. He's one of the best people I have come into contact with. I appreciate him wholeheartedly. I wish nothing but the best for him. I want big success for him. You know, Jay Boogie's dropping that Christmas album. Y'all look out for it. Stay tuned. He's doing something different that no one's done before. So definitely you got to give him props and mad blessings for being an innovator and trying something new and going out there and doing it, man. It's one thing to just say, you know, you got an idea. It's another thing to actually do it. So I appreciate you, Jay Boogie. Salute to you, brother. You know, he let me hear this track last night, so I added it up. I try to do some quick visuals for it. It's not perfect. It's not great. It's not what I would love to do. Jay Boogie deserves so much more. But you know, hopefully I did it some justice. So at least you have something to look at while you're hearing the track. But it's not about the visuals, it's about the track. The track is fire. Salute to Jay Boogie. Salute to Papa Left. Salute to Cully. They did their thing on this. So, you know, Uncle Freezy premiered it yesterday. If y'all haven't heard it yet, you're about to hear it right now. It's about 3 minutes. So listen, get your headphones ready. Get them right. You know, pump up that volume. The beat's fire. It's cracking. Y'all ready, L?
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Staffa, you ready?
That's my joint right there. That's my joint right there. I had the exclusive. Thank you, Jay Boogie.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let me play this real quick. Salute to my man Jay Boogie, Papa Left, and Cully doing their thing. This joint is called Christmas.
Christmas.
It's a jolly time of the year, right before the new year. Ain't no other squad better on this day than the Knicks. We back. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting. 12 noon, we back 12 in the 2/5. Biggest tree in the world filled with presents. Little kids, they checking off their wish list. Ho ho ho, we celebrating this Christmas. Jingle bell, first game playing in the garden. Tell Santa we got the whole league watching. Right before we celebrate the new year. James Dolan, Clausen with the reindeers. Parker decks, they filled with no room garage. When it comes to the flow, this here's eggnog. Best believe your boy, yeah, I'm on my job. Celebrate your Christmas with the Knicks squad. The best place in the world, that bag stay shopping. I AD my wrist so you can keep watching. Shopping sprees all over, this is Times Square. Then it's back to the game at Madison Square. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. chestnuts roasting. The Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Back on Christmas, J Boogie predicted this. You can't say St. Nicholas without nicking it. The Knicks on Christmas should be ubiquitous. So shout out if you've been with us, sitting through the interim. Feels like we meant to win now that we got tips with us. Potential is limitless. Gifts go down the chimney. Try to put the Grinch on me, pinch me, but I'm not dreaming. It's a new reality. New York is in the top seat in seasons. Greetings, Eastern Conference. Defense, the Gardens rocking. Best fans in the game. We don't do the home away split. Catch me at the Staples, baby. I make the sleigh live. 8 gifts, pulling up in the Cambridgers. About to lace the garden with a pack of Frankincense and myrrh. Can't resist the urge. Knicks set new squad. Time to burn the competition. Sit by the U-Law.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Something wrong with your TV screen. If that orange and blue ain't playing on that red and that green. Favorite players, yeah, but Knicks stay forever the team. Shout out the upstairs, trying to play chess with the team going forward. They're making sure the squad is in order. They know we hated on by all opposing reporters. It's torture. New Yorkers, we built for fourth quarters. Show up to the court or prepare for a slaughter. They wanna hate on the Knicks, tell me what that's doing. Get that stuff out of here, shout out to Pat Ewing. 12 noon jump ball, just know we enemies. We trying to bring home the gold back from the 70s. Oh yeah, we back on Christmas, oh no, can it be? Only us Knicks fans know the whole New York energy. If you ain't know what type of tension this is, Knicks Nation, we'll see y'all on Christmas.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Yeah. You are tuned in to WBLK, Ron in the evening and in the daytime. No, just yeah, man. Definitely appreciate Jay Boogie, Cully, Papa Lep doing their thing. That joint fire, man. That beat is hot.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that joint.
It's hot. For real. Fire.
Yeah. Salute. Y'all throw y'all love up in there for Jay Boogie and the fam, man. They did their thing, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Plus, get him a shout on Twitter. If you know their Twitter handle, get him a shout out.
Yeah, and I heard that song when it was just Jay Boogie on the song by itself. That song came a long way. Yeah, that song is dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely like it.
He's like, "L, watch, it ain't even finished yet." I was like, "Oh, I can't wait till it's finished." And sure enough, yeah, that's dope. Shout out to the other guys, Cully. What's the other guy name?
Papa Left.
Papa Left.
Yeah, Papa Left and Cully. Shout out to them guys as well. Dope.
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Great job.
That was definitely good one. Good one. Dope. With the capital S's.
I want to hear that one on ABC Saturday. I want to hear that.
Yeah, man. That should definitely be like. I hope he's able to get that in rotation somewhere. They can get that up, man. That should be on the Christmas Day lineup. B. That joint fire, man. And definitely imagine them playing that going into commercial. Woo wee. Yeah, man. But definitely Jay Boogie. Thank you for giving me the track, allowing me to put that out here for everybody. Appreciate you, bro. Keep doing your thing. I know we still waiting for the whole album to drop. And I know you still getting that together, about to put it out there. So salute to you once again, man. Keep doing your thing. So being that we kind of don't know what we're dealing with here, let me see if I can pull up. I don't know, man. I don't think they even have it. I'm gonna check and see if they got the NBA the lineups for what might be going on tonight. But I honestly think that whoever's doing the lineups is probably like, nah, man, I can't. I don't know. Too much stuff has happened. I can't mess with this. But all right, let's see here. So it looks like it looks like they've got Derrick Rose as a game time decision, but they're penciling him in, and they got Schroeder as a game time decision. They got him penciled in too. So it's Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and Nerlens Noel. And then it's for Boston, it's Dennis Schroeder, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams. So that's their crew that they normally got. It's interesting. I don't know.
And they sound like they're ready. You got to be ready too. Next man up. So, what time is the game tonight?
Tonight's game. Let me double check
It's
that.
early,
Let me see.
6:30 or something. 6 o'clock, 6:30.
No, it's a 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, they don't have no Horford. Yeah, well, listen, man, this I mean, I guess if Derrick Rose plays, we got a shot. We got a shot to do something against them. I think this is the flip side, guys. You know what's been our best feature all year has been the bench. Now our bench is looking hella weak. Yeah, our bench is looking rough. So that's not a good sign for us, to be honest, because our starters have been the team that's been kind of getting down. So if our starters go down and then we got a weak bench without our usual suspects, blowout city. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I do know that Julius. Typical Julius fashion from last year. This will be one of those nights where he says, I got to put the team on my back. I need 30, maybe 40 for us to have a chance to win. I hope we see that from Julius tonight. I don't want him taking crazy bad shots or anything nuts like that, but we need about 30 or 40 to have a chance to win this game from him. And notice that Kemba might be coming off the bench. So that's true. That's a good point, Pudge. So we might have Kemba. So that's a little bit of something we have not had. And Kemba might, if Kemba does go out there and play, we need at least 20 from Kemba to be able to have a shot.
Listen, it's going to be back in Boston. I'm coming off the bench. What bigger, brighter stage than the TD Garden in Boston? The people that traded him. Come on, man.
You're right.
Come on, man.
You're right, man. We definitely it could be a little something special. He could come out there, but then again, he could come out there cold. Like he could be like, ugh, because he hasn't played.
Let's see that first half where he did when he put up like about 16 points. That was a Charlotte game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get that, at least that out of him.
Yeah, and that Charlotte game, he put up 19 in the first. Yeah, we can get that. Off the bench, should I say? Because I don't think he's gonna start, guys. Because I know White Falcon mentioned that in the chat. I don't think he's gonna start because I think it's just like too much. Like because that. Believe me, once everybody comes back healthy, Kemba's going right back to his out of the rotation. I don't think he's going. They ain't going to keep rocking him like that. So they'll probably bring him off the bench if that's the case. And Kemba definitely got to get buckets against Boston. That is a fact. Being that this is the proposed lineup. I'm looking at these matchups. I don't see us really winning too many of these matchups at all. I think the only matchup that we could possibly win is maybe Alec Burks versus Marcus Smart. So if Alec Burks has a good game, that'll help us out. But Jaylen Brown's going to kill Evan Fournier. and Jason Tatum and Julius Randle, that's a wash, and maybe Jason Tatum has the edge. And then Robert Williams versus Nerlens Noel. Unfortunately, the way Nerlens is playing this year is really disappointing me. I expected him to be so much better this year. So I don't know, man. What you think about that, L?
My
No,
bad.
go ahead, Steph.
I totally agree.
My fault. Go ahead, L. We'll come back to you, Steph.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with that. Nerlens, this year, there's no place on the team, so homeboy probably gonna have a nice steak dinner, courtesy of Nerlens tonight. But he ain't gonna play. Nerlens ain't gonna play that much anyway. He doesn't play that much, so he starts. But Tibbs give most of the minutes to Mitch anyway, and Mitch knew that. That's why he was okay with the move.
Right.
All I was about to say is that he might just get dunked on tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But hey, this is definitely set up for Julius to go off. You know, I know how the flip side has been that some people, like a lot of us, you know, I can include myself in that. I wouldn't mind seeing Julius, not health and safety protocols. I wouldn't mind seeing Julius when the team is all together. I wouldn't mind seeing Julius out for maybe 2 games just to see how they play without him. Because I think, one, you want to see if they can play, you know, not dependent on him. And 2, it helps them. So they can, you know, some of the guys can get confidence. Like, oh, we can do this, we can do that. We don't have to just watch him. Let's move the ball and be a part of it. But tonight, the flip side is maybe Julius says, now none of y'all is here. And now I can take over and show y'all why I am that important to this team. Like, this is my role. Maybe Julius does that tonight. We'll see.
Oh boy! And then when you see that now, Ron, and you go ahead and you do that, and we lose, you're gonna hear. Oh my God! I could imagine. Boy.
He need to do that. If he do that, the crazy part where you'll hear something on staff is if we win. If we lose, it's gonna be the same old. It's nothing really to say because you undermanned. So if he go out there and score 30 and we still lose, then you know you can say that.
Bro, listen, y'all. Let me rephrase that. Not y'all. Okay, yeah. I know your homeboy Hard Will is gonna pick on something, even though he went out there and scored 30, even though we might win, or even though we lose, he's gonna find something to say about Randall. I just know it, and you know that too.
We'll see. We'll wait and see.
We'll see. Shout out to Hard Will, man. Shout out to Hard Will.
Yeah, shout out to the boys.
Yeah, shout out to Hard Will, man. Nah, Knicks 100. I definitely don't want that, man. I don't want that, bro. Oh,
if he win, if we win, that'd be crazy. Like if he go and he single-handedly win, then that'd change everything. Then it'd be like, yeah, Julius.
Yeah, shucks. Yeah, people might still want to trade him.
Yo, if see, this is you know how crazy the Knicks fan base is, man. If Julius goes out there and drops like 40 and the Knicks win this game, oh no, the Julius stands are gonna come out crazy, B.
Yeah,
I'm one right here. I'm gonna tell you, I told you.
I hear you, bro. But look, I like Julius. I don't want to trade him. The only person I trade Julius Randle for right now, and I'm only saying that because he's the only guy that, you know, realistically we're looking at that I would think maybe if we could bring him in, okay, now I've settled on it. Fine. Would be Julius for Ben Simmons. That's it. Because I straight up, maybe you got to throw in a couple picks.
No, I'm not throwing in no picks.
What? I mean, you know, the youth movement. You know how it is.
No, I'm not throwing in no picks. I'm not throwing in no picks. That's a straight up deal. That's a player for a player. I'm not doing nothing else.
Well, you know, the other thing is maybe, you know, the 76ers might, whoever they trade with, they might use it as an opportunity to kind of get off some dead weight too. So it might be Ben, and maybe they want to get rid of somebody. So yeah, take Ben, and take this with you, and we'll take back what you're going to give us. But we want to get, they might use that as an opportunity to move somebody.
That's fine. I'm okay with it. So.
Hebrew Lion of Judah, salute, brother, salute. Yes, sir. Knicks 100. Ron, John, and Jose all day. You know we don't play. Oh, damn. I got to stop playing J Boogie stuff. I think I'm rhyming out here. Who am I? Yeah, man. Like that's it. So a question was posed earlier, guys. Like now that you've had a little bit more time to think about it and looking at this team for what it is right now, not quite knowing if we can really do anything this year, if we're good enough, even if we brought in solid players, do we really have enough time to turn it around? Could we make a good run in this tight Eastern Conference? Just forget about health and safety for a minute. If everybody was healthy, who do you think that we could go for or should target to bring in as in a trade for the team, knowing that we might not go anywhere? So are we going to still try to build and put together a roster that has a good mix of vets and rookies, or are we going to try to push for the youth movement and just try to get the best possible young players that they can learn and grow together? What's your thoughts on that? I'm going to start with you, Staffa Don.
Oh boy, that's a good question, man.
I know. I put you under the spotlight right here because it's something you do need a little time to think about. But just not going too crazy. Just first off, what do you think is the direction of this team right now? Do you think they should continue to do this mix of vets?
The first thing you said was trade, right? Who should we trade for, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's start off there first. So if we could make a trade, right? I want to trade for a wing player, a wing defender. You always hear Soul Finger number 12 always call his guy name, and I like Robert Covington. So if you could give up a second rounder for Robert Covington, he doesn't have to. We don't need him to move off the dribble. We just need him to play defense, rebound the ball, you know what I'm saying, do the dirty work. Guard the Kevin Durant's, those type of players. You understand? Right. And try and solidify that defense that way. And we could probably put back Burks back on the bench. Right? And have him start as a small forward. Hopefully he could also hit the 3-point shot. I don't know his 3-point percentage, but if you could use a body type like him, any type of wing like him, like a Robert Covington, I'm for. That's for my trade. And the second question was what?
Do you think that the Knicks should continue to do this mix of like veterans and rookies together and grow like that, or do you think that they should kind of move on from this mix and key in on going with the rookie development or get young player development and just build that way? That would basically mean moving these vets.
I like the mix because they could learn from they could learn from the vets. You understand? And they always have like a mentor. Look at Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? Look, he's mentor. He endorsed Deuce. You know what I mean? He talked too quickly. He told quickly, look, I'm not here to replace you. I'm here to play with you. So you already know that's the type of team veterans that we need. You understand what I mean? So if we could groom these type of players with the vets and they could learn, you understand what I'm saying? That's the best way also too. I think so. Right. Because when you go too young, you do like a Sacramento, OKC, all these teams that's been down in the lottery for how many years now? Because they only have young players. Right?
Right. Keep in mind when I'm saying that, Staffa, I don't mean you get rid of everybody. You could say, I still need somebody to teach the youth, so we keep Derrick Rose. I still need somebody for the forwards and centers. You keep Taj.
No, but when you really look at it, who's the vets on the team? There's only really what, about 3 people?
Well,
I ain't
Nerlens is a
gonna, I
vet.
ain't gonna. I mean, but
I mean,
most of the roster is young. Wouldn't you say
yeah,
that?
yeah. But when I look
But
at the vets, I look at Burks, Rose, Taj, Nerlens, and now I'd throw Julius in that mix. Julius has been in the league like 7 or 8 years, whatever it's been.
yeah, but he's
So
still young.
I'd consider him
He's
a vet.
27 though.
Yeah,
To
but I
my
still
age,
consider him.
and his age, we'll say he's a young man. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, but I when I'm looking at vets, I'm not looking at old vets. I'm looking at just guys who have a history of playing in the league. You know, a good at least 5 or 6 years of playing in the league.
Yeah, but would you say he just became a starter? So would you say he's learning a different role? Because remember, he was coming off the bench the last few years when he was playing in New Orleans and LA. He
Right,
was never a starter. It's only for the past 3 years.
right, right.
So
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't really say he's a vet. Some people call him a late bloomer, but I say he's still young. He's still, he really, he just started fulfilling what he needs to do. Like other players. But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
no, I hear you. What do you think about that, L?
I'm on the team. I'm a stay pat right now.
Okay, okay.
I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait this next stretch of the games out. Um, we talked about the same thing on the show last night. I'm just gonna wait it out. If the right trade come along, then it comes. But I don't know. I can't say who. Like, oh, I want this person. I mean, there's a lot of players I want, but is it possible? So I'm gonna stay pat on the team and see how these next stretch of games go. Because if they are going to turn it around, this to be the stretch of the game to be the games to turn it around. Yeah, we are in a funk, so everybody's going to say if you lose today, it's like, okay, we short players, so these until we get full squad back, these next couple of games, ain't nobody gonna really be judging them on that. It's after that next 10 games or something like that, the stretch I want to see. So I'll stay pat right now. The trade deadline ain't until February, so I'll stay pat right now and wait to see around that time.
So what do you think about the direction? You think that we should still continue with this mix of vets and young players, or do you think they should kind of geared more towards young and keep developing because we're not where we need to be yet? What do you think?
You can stay. They can still stay the same way how they got it. I don't know. I don't know if you want to, because you're going to need some kind of vet sprinkled in on the team.
Right.
It depends. Like, is Fournier that old?
I think he's like 29 or something like that.
Yeah, but but he's definitely. But
The core.
He got about 2 more years, and then they'll call him a vet. But I wouldn't say that. I mean, he's like a mid vet.
I mean, the core is young. The core is young. The core.
Right, yeah.
So we do got a young team. So the core is young. Then you'll sprinkle in Fournier and
Burks.
and Rose and Burks, but the core is young.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd rather stay pat. We'll keep on criticizing the moves and tags, so forth. But we still got to wait to see how these games gonna play out. As opposed to jumping the gun, because he can. It's still like we talked about on our show last night. It's 24 minutes available. Grimes and McBride both can get 12 minutes a game, to do something out there on the floor. And I'm fine with giving them 12 minutes. 12 minutes is fine for them, and if it warrants for them to be.
Well, let me stop you right there.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not saying you, but if Thibodeau was giving Obi 12 minutes and the fans was crying out, give Obi minutes, you really think they gonna want him to play 12 minutes, bro?
Nah, but that's but it's there.
Really?
That's the bad part.
You,
That's the bad part about
that's
it, man.
you know that ain't happening, bro. Stop! I gotta stop you right there, bro.
It's sad. It's sad that we even can have an honest opinion and an honest. That's the truth about it. That's sad, man. It's sad that you got because when you took away Kimber's minutes, you gave it to you double loaded on Burks. Now he's not playing right because he's tired. So you should have spread the minutes out and gave it to somebody else. 12 here, 12 there, whatever.
12 minutes. You know that ain't happening.
Yeah, I think it's tough, man, because it's very hard to give guys, certain guys, yeah, but like Obi, yeah, you can't give Obi 12 minutes, not especially after you gave him 23 minutes and he dropped 19 and 10, like, and then you know you could say you gave all these young guys minutes for whatever reason. They all played very well and put up good numbers. But you can look at that and like, all right, we needed them, but they're young, they can still wait. But a guy like Obi, I think Obi needs to get his minutes. He went through the fire last year and he's gotten better this year. So I think he's earned the right to get more minutes. Some of the young guys like McBride and Grimes, they can still learn a little
Moran,
bit. Yeah.
when I listen to most shows, yo, people is calling for this young man to start already.
No, well,
to start already. So I mean,
nah, go ahead, Sal.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna tell you that personally, I want McBride to start too, but it's not about him necessarily. See, I don't look at this Knicks team like a traditional team where starters are your starters, bench is your bench. Like our team is a little different because of how bad we've been playing. So I look at it like I would start McBride when healthy, but only because I want him to be a part of the first unit to get off to a good start and keep the defense on these opposing guards and keep the game scored down. Don't let them get off so that when other guys come in the game, they don't have to climb back into the game. They can kind of maintain. But I'm not saying that you have to give McBride starter minutes. Just have him as the start to get us off to a good start or keep the opposing team down. Then you bring in whoever else.
I said that last night on Worldwide L show. They rebutted my thing for him starting and put in. I think they said they wanted to start Rose.
Well,
and
I mean, I
him come off the bench.
That wasn't my starting lineup. That was Hector's starting lineup.
So
I think I don't know who would start lineup because I was trying to figure out how would you have the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I get because I think it was Haitian, what was his name? Haitian cat. He was like, what will be a change in lineup? And I said I will put in Deuce as a point, RJ at the 2. I'll put in Grimes at the 3, Randall at the 4, and Mitch at the 5. Right? And then I have Noah come off the bench.
I gotta stop you there. And now know ain't no way that Tibbs is gonna have that lineup and that out there on the
listen, everybody throw out their lineup. So if that was my change, I would do that. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. We know
that's not a bad lineup. The only thing is you got 2 rookies. You got 2 rookies out there.
Yeah, but with the eye test, right? Sometimes we go with the eye test, right?
Yeah, I go.
I'm going with that eye test right there. That I think they can handle the pressure. They could score in the moment. I seen Grimes did it. You know what I mean? And I know that boy don't have no fear. He don't have no fear. That young boy don't have no fear. So I think he could run the offense, man. I really, really think he could do it. And I think we need that perimeter defense from Grimes. And as Ron said, for that defense for the first quarter with Grimes, with what's his name, Deuce. You know what I mean? And solidify that right there. And we can have Fournier come off the bench, have Burks come off the bench, have Rose come off the bench.
IQ.
No,
I like the idea of McBride starting at the 1. Because you remember, like last year they had when Peyton was playing for us, the defense teams could cheat a lot because they knew Peyton couldn't shoot the 3, so they would cheat, and that's how they'd be able to double team Julius or RJ last year. You know what I mean? And then when you got somebody like McBride out there who can he'll make you pay if you back up off him.
That's what I'm saying. He can hit that 3.
Play
penetrate.
Yeah,
right.
Penetrate. And he's fast. And if you give him space, he's gonna shoot the 3. So that makes a defender have to play honest. And then that is nobody else that can really who you slacking off of. Only one that can slack off is the big man can slack off from nervous because he's not a shooter and help out. But
and imagine when they get up on the fast break, him, Obi, Mitch, whoever is gonna be running, RJ. Quickly, that lineup right there. That was, boy, look at here.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I know, like, the purists are gonna say that McBride is not ready, and you might say Grimes is not ready to start and stuff like that. So I understand that, but my whole thing is McBride gives you something at the position that you haven't had all year. So this is more of to me, it's not even about giving him something he's not ready for, because I think he can play in the league, but there's certain things he still got to learn. I just think that this is more of a defensive strategy that I'm saying, give me McBride out there for the first, even if it's first 5 minutes of the first quarter, just to get off to a decent start, 5-6 minutes. And then maybe you don't even play him until the third quarter. Get us off to a good start in the third quarter, because we've been having bad third quarters. Give us that. So we're talking, that's right there. It's 12 minutes for McBride, and that's it. And everybody else can play whatever minutes you think they deserve. But if you do that and I think you just got to say, to start the game, I need my best defensive lineup out there, even if that means Grimes. But I don't think you got to do that. But I mean, it's up to Tibbs if he wants to go that far and put McBride and Grimes both in there. But my whole thing is, get us off to a good start in the first, and coming out the second half, get us off to a good start in the third. And I think this Knicks team will win a lot more basketball. That's my opinion.
That's a good analysis, because teams have done that in past years, where they have a defensive player out there. You remember how Tony Allen, he was a defensive player. Who else you got? New name? What's the name from San Antonio? Was he starting?
Oh man,
I know Tony Allen was starting, so he was in the starting lineup for his defense, and then they have the offensive player come in with the bench. So teams have done that in the past. I just can't think about the names right now, but it's been done plenty of times, more times than what you think. So yeah,
Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen.
Bruce Bowen. Yeah, I don't know if he started or not. I don't know if he started.
No, I don't think he started, but he was their defensive specialist, so they'd use him whenever they needed that type of guy.
Tony Allen, he started. He was starting in Memphis. He was a starter.
Yeah.
So, and then he wasn't that good on offense, but he was out there for defense. So yeah, I'm cool with that lineup. That's good too. But it's got to be Tibbs. Got to want to do that though. He got to want to do that.
I think at some point you got to say to yourself, that's Tibbs. That's a sit-down meeting with Tibbs in the front office, and Tibbs needs to say, "Look, this is the idea I'm thinking about. What do we want to do?" And we'll never know this, and obviously that's when Tibbs will know what this team is really about. Do they want to have a chance to win these games and get into the playoffs, or is this the soft tank? You know what I mean? Like that's that conversation. So I don't know, but I definitely would consider doing that, because I think that gives us a good chance. And obviously you're giving these young guys minutes to continue to learn in the NBA. It does, like I said, it doesn't have to be a lot. I said 6 minutes each quarter. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 4 minutes. Might be a little too low to start a game if you want to try to get some type of consistency in playing. But 5 or 6 minutes, I think, would work, and that could get us off to a good start. And then Julius, because you guys understand that not only does this affect how we play as a team as far as the defensive end, this allows Julius to not have to focus on certain things. You don't have to worry about Julius running around to pick up for guards and you see him getting exposed. Like stuff like that will help Julius. It'll also help. Think of how, say, for example, they decided to go out there and start with what do you call that? Grimes and McBride. And Julius was able to not have to worry about any of that. And then RJ wouldn't have to worry about picking up just his guy, but picking up everybody else's guy. That gives them a lot more freedom, and you'll see a lot more, better opportunities for them to score the basketball. And I think that's what'll help our Knicks team start winning again. Let me see here.
I agree.
Satisfying me.
Yeah, man, but I'm back in the warehouse. Thanks for letting me come on. Worldwide L, you already know my boy. The chat,
right,
pick up yourself. Y'all tune in tomorrow for NBA 101. Tomorrow, Sunday afternoon at 4. Right with me and my co-host, Soul Finger. All right, on the Blorange Tears channel. So I'm gonna catch y'all boys later. I'm gonna be listening, and y'all boys be good. All right.
Yeah, definitely. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you, Staffer.
All right, bless.
Yeah, definitely, guys. If y'all haven't had a chance to tune in, yet, definitely tune in to the NBA 101 with Staffer Don and my man Soulfinger on the Blorange Tears Network. The show usually airs around 4 p.m. on Sundays. Definitely check them out, man. I'm sure they cover a lot of different things going around the league. I'm sure they'll be touching on health and safety protocols, of course, because that's sweeping through. They'll touch on trades. They touch on the whole NBA and really give you what's going on, the good, the bad, and the dirty. So definitely check them out. And if y'all haven't checked it out, last night I was kind of busy and caught up doing something myself. So I said, after I record today, I'm gonna get on and check out For the Love of the Game, last night's show. I try to creep in, and I saw a little bit of it, but I had to go. I went outside with the missus and kind of got something to eat. But definitely check out For the Love of the Game with Project Nerd HQ, Hard Will, and my man Worldwide L here. Yeah, it's the Freestyle Friday episode. Yeah, y'all look like y'all had a nice bunch in there. I peeped in real quick. Y'all had a nice full panel.
Guy came in from Detroit, Benny. It was funny because you know how the guys come in. Benny came in, he was talking a whole bunch of smack, but you know how you got to make sense. And then he said something. He said, I think it was Marvin. He'd rather trade somebody on our team, Julius, for Marvin Bagley or something like that. And you should have heard the guys in the panel. And he was serious. He was serious. And I said, what?
Wow.
And he said, yeah, you know how them guys is. You got to have them numbers. Them numbers got to match up. You got to know. You got to know these guys are sharks, fellas. These guys that come on these panels, they're sharks. They will eat you up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You definitely, you gotta, if you're gonna stand on it, you better be ready, because that's an interesting take, man.
Yeah, because somebody's gonna be waiting. So that's just a little advice. You gotta really know your stuff. You ain't gotta know it all. You gotta know some of it to hang out with these guys. And then you got like young wolves. You got like young wolves out there like Hadouken and Eaton. You got them young wolves that'll eat you up on the stats, on the numbers. So
Facts.
Come on these panels, you gotta be ready. Gotta be ready.
Yeah. Ethan was on here early. He checked in, but I gotta get him one day to get on the panel so I could chop it up with him and Hadouken, because these young dudes, they're really good about looking at stuff, analytics and all this stuff. That's
Analytics,
the new world.
yeah. So the
Um,
two guys is good at that. Shout out to them
yeah,
too.
definitely. John from Still Nick fans, what's up? Salute my brother. Always a pleasure. Tibbs, is excited because he will only have 8 players to play tonight. I'm hoping for a big game from Randall and Burks, 20 plus for both. If Kimba and Rose can match their tempo, we have a chance tonight. Yeah, I agree. And actually, you know what? I don't think this is what Tibbs really wants, but for those Tibbs people that think they know Tibbs that well, this would be an old school Tibbs type of lineup. Bunch of vets out there, bunch of people who've been in the league, should I say?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know. D-Raz says, and salute D-Raz. What's going on, brother? Focus on the young guys. We have help players in RJ and Randall and free agents. Yeah. I mean, listen, that's what I think. You got to focus on making sure we develop the young crew, and don't. And I think the Knicks have done a pretty good job of doing that, not getting these contracts to be too crazy so that they can move people. The problem is some of these guys just aren't even playing up to their normal standards. So it looks bad, but really what the Knicks front office did as far as signing these guys to these contracts with team-friendly options, wasn't bad. It's just these guys have been playing so bad that even those contracts look bad. You could sign these guys to a year and you're like, yo, I can't wait till these dudes is out of here. That's how bad they've been playing. You know what I mean, El?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure
So,
enough.
I mean, John says, Mitch, Noel, and Taj have to play like true bigs tonight, protect the rim and rebound. Yeah, they're going to get a lot of work, John. These Celtics are going to work these dudes. Pause. Let's see. Knicks, Mavs, 76ers trade for Ben. That might be a way to get it done. White Falcon, a 3-team trade like that.
For Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that too. They got to be a 3-way.
Yeah.
They got to be a 3-way. Because they was throwing out trade scenarios last night. Julius Randle. I said Julius Randle for Sabonis and LeVert. So I'm not going to devalue Julius like that, So they felt like Sabonis and Julius is straight up a deal, but that deal doesn't make our team better in my perspective.
I agree. I think you're right about that. I don't think bringing Sabonis here does anything too significant of a change for this team. Like, he's a better rebounder. He's a worse defender. He may not look as bad as Julius when he's doing it, but we know he's a worse defender. He can't move the way Julius can move on the defensive end. And every time Julius we also get mad at Julius's effort. But when he shows effort, we've seen Julius get some big blocks on star players. Like, he does his thing when he wants to. He just don't do it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why I would do the trade if they throw in Caris LeVert. Now, will Sabonis and Caris LeVert work on this team? I think so. But again, we still would need another point guard. We still need somebody to run the point. Now, if McBride is that person, then yeah, so be it. But
right,
you're going to need somebody else to run it. You're going to need somebody else to run the point.
And what do you think about so Maximad Cali? What's good, man? Appreciate you tuning in. He said Julius Randle for Scotty Barnes and get ready for a championship in 4 years with the youth movement. I like Scotty Barnes, but I ain't gonna disrespect Julius like that, because Julius has got, even though he just got it, most improved player is an accolade. You know what? And Julius does give you a double-double pretty much every night. I know he's right under that right now. I think he's at 9.7 or 9.8 rebounds per. But, he's a double-double dude. And while Scotty Barnes is that much better than him on the defensive end, we understand that. But he hasn't shown that he can be as good as him on the offensive end, right? So I would say, if you trade Julius Randle for Scotty Barnes, what else is Toronto giving me? Because they need to add a little more to that mix. I would say that, you know, not because I don't necessarily know if they would get rid of anybody else that would be substantial. And so that might mean they might be in a situation where they say, hey, you know, we'll give you Scotty Barnes and some picks or a pick or so, maybe a first rounder and Scotty Barnes for Julius, and maybe or Scotty Barnes in 2 seconds or something. I don't know, dude. But I'm just trying to see how this could ever be something that you consider. And don't get me wrong. I think Scotty Barnes is going to be a star in the league in his own right, but he's not there yet. And Julius is a star. He's an all-star. So you got to put some respect on him when it comes to the actual trade value. And also, let's not forget this either. Julius is what he is right now in this situation, but we got a lot of defensive issues, players that are playing out of position, players that are not good defensively. And then you got the issue with the team with guys who should be knocking down shots are missing wide open shots. You put Julius on another team that's playing basketball the way they're supposed to play basketball, Julius is a star, man. He can ball out for some other team. So don't you can't underrate his value. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying it might take a little bit more to get that trade for Julius. Would you be in agreement with that, L? Don't you think it might take a little bit more than that?
See, that's why I said I'm not going to devalue him like that and say, oh, him for Sabonis straight up. Nah, I view him as he's more valuable than that.
Right. Pudge Nice says J Wall, Grimes, RJ, Jules, Turner, D Rose, Gordon, Reddish, Obi, Mitch. So okay. So you put together your whole top your lineup there, starting five and the bench.
I give him a first round. I give him a first round for Cam Reddish and have him join our team. He doesn't mind coming off the bench, right? So he'll be with his running mate RJ. And
I would do that. I would do that too.
Because he's a small forward, right? He's bigger than RJ, right? So he's really the small forward, and RJ can kind of move back to the regular position.
Yeah, I would do that too. Yeah, if you tell me I could give up a first rounder, but it would be a first rounder in this draft. I ain't giving him a first rounder in the 2023 draft with them young high schoolers. I'd give him a first rounder in this year's draft because this draft supposedly is not one of the better drafts as far as top to bottom talent. I would do that in this one, and I think that would be enough for Cam Reddish. And I think Cam Reddish is the type that I would bring in here because he's young, and when I still think Cam is going to be a star in this league. He may be a late bloomer. He may be a different type of star, not a superstar, but I still think he could be a star in this league because he's got the ability to do so many good things, and given the right opportunity, he could be that guy who could light it up. I honestly think that being on the Knicks maybe isn't great for him either, or Atlanta. Cam really should go to a team where he could be the number 2. If Cam was in that situation where he could be the number 2, you might see something really special from Cam where he can be, relied on to give you that 20 points or so a night. His volume goes up. I look at Cam like Wiggins from Golden State. How Wiggins was relied upon to be the guy for that team. He was young, still had to learn, but it took him some time. But he's a solid player in this league now, and he can give you those points. I think Cam can be that too. You like Cam a lot, L?
I just like him. I like him. I don't like him a lot. I like him enough for the Knicks to get him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll fit. I like his motor. Watching the playoffs, so I like his motor. So I think it'll go good. What we're trying to build over here on the Knicks. For first, I wouldn't give up our first round. See, this is whatever the Knicks do. Don't give up our first round this year. Do not give up our first round. It may be more valuable. It may be valuable at the end of the season. We may be needing that first round. Do not give up.
Yeah. No, I mean, I hear you with that. I would probably give them Dallas's first round because I think we still got Dallas's first round. I'd give him that one
Next year, right?
What happened?
we don't have Dallas's this year because we can't get 2 back-to-back picks. We can't give it away.
Right. I might give them that one, or whenever with it, because I don't know how I don't know how many first rounds we got in successive years right now, because I know we got one this year, and I know we definitely have in the 2023, but I don't know about 2024, and I don't know how what a team like Atlanta wants, because a team like Atlanta is built to win now. So that's a good thing, because they don't necessarily need a first round pick for this year's draft to come in and because that person's not going to play. They pretty much have their team.
Ron,
so
look, breaking news. They thought they had that team in Atlanta. They thought they had that team. That team is not built to win right now. So then it might be a down, because who would have predicted that they'd be playing the way they're playing right now?
That's true. That's
so
true. That's a good point.
But they coming off of a high. I thought a lot of them overachieved. They hit a groove at the right time, and you've seen teams do that in all sports. They hit that groove at that right time. It takes them all the way to a championship. Some come up short. Reality sets in soon. But look at Atlanta. When you look at that Atlanta team, it's like you relying a lot on Trae Young, a 6-foot guard, to be your end-all be-all. And all the other guys have days, they take days off. And I think that's what makes their team unbalanced. So unless they pair him with another player of like, say, I could see, like, if DeMar DeRozan would have went over there to Atlanta be in the same situation as the Bulls. They'll be working. He's like a kind of player like that. He's going to give you that every night scoring. So Atlanta might they might be trying to look for the future, add some picks, because they do the bag at Trae Young, and I thought they do the bag at him too young. It's kind of funny, the bag at him, Trae Young maybe too young, because they gave him like $200 million. I don't know if he works $200 million. I don't know. That's a lot of money.
I mean, listen, for the going rate for what this guy does, he's averaging 26 points around there, and he's double, like almost. I think he's a double in assists, or at least if not, he's very close. He's right there though. I know he gives you like 9-10 assists a game, or I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he does more. I don't know, but he definitely that's what makes Trae Young special, for a guy who I always thought he was too young, like not too young, too small, and like real skinny, and the dude knows he's got good court vision. He knows how to find people, and he can score the basketball like the best in the league. That's what makes him so special. I got to give him that. I can't stand him, but that's more of a tribute to him as a player. He's just one of those players that talks crap.
So you think that? So you saying Trae Young can win you a championship?
Yeah, I think he can. Not this team the way it's currently constructed.
Oh, nah. Then I can't even fight that one if it's not going to be this team right now.
No. I mean, not how this team is. But imagine the team that they currently have, because it only takes a piece or two to really turn things around. Imagine this current team that they got. They got guys who can score the ball, and they got some good defensive players, and you got the star in Trae. Imagine you had Draymond Green on Atlanta. He changes the whole mix of that team. He turns them into something crazy.
Because then they become more of a defensive team. Because part of the reason why they losing now is because they don't play good defense.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I seen our team just blow right past them anytime they wanted to. So, and other teams do the same thing. They horrible on defense. They rely a lot on Capella having to clean up, but he's undersized. So that I don't know. They might want to give up something for free. They might want to start letting players go, start going a different direction.
Yeah.
Especially at the All-Star break, right? If they bad at the All-Star break. Look for them to start rethinking stuff.
I could see that because the only thing about with Atlanta, they've got similar type players, right? Like it looked good last year, and especially in the playoffs, it allowed them to do some things. But when you have two, like I think they got maybe 2 or 3 sets of the same type of players, whether it be small forwards, they got 3 guys that are similar. Point guard, you went out, you got Trey, then you went out and drafted Sharif Cooper, who could be a mini Trey, but he's not there yet. But I'm just saying, like, you drafting the same style type play, even though Sharif Cooper can't shoot like Trey. I get it, but the other stuff he can do. And then with your big men, like you got Capella, the guy behind him is a Capella clone. Like they just got similar styled players, and sometimes you need a variety, like that guys that bring different things to your team. And maybe that's what they're missing. They got the players are just too similar. Let's see here. What's going on? No way, Jose. Salute. Jose in the building. The trifecta. That's the John, Ron, and Jose trifecta right there from Still Knick fans. He's the guy that definitely does a lot for us, man. Holds us down on the ones and twos and does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I appreciate you, Jose. Yeah, I just put you out there, so now everybody knows you're that guy. I know one thing. Be Civilized says, I know one thing. McBride showed me that he's the only one on our team that can unlock Mitch. That's a good point, L. That's a good point. Mitch hasn't looked as good with anybody else until I saw him with McBride, kind of giving him that, and it's not just about that lob or, whatever lobs he gives him. It's that he threw him a nice, you mentioned it yesterday too, that pass he threw, that he threaded the needle. I haven't seen anybody else do that for him.
A lot of them are scared to make the pass. You can't be afraid to make the pass. And when they don't do that handoff pick, and they just do a regular traditional high screen and roll, and Mitch rolls to the basket, you see him all the time put his hand up, like just throw it up there. And you got to have trust. And all the guys look him off. IQ, he looks him off until he knows he's 100% going to have an opportunity to make that pass. But you got to let it rip. And you deal with the results, good or bad. But you got to let it go. And that play is made for that. Because if you do, the defense will play honest. You have the defense start playing honest, and then you'll see it'll open up so many things like it did in that fourth quarter. Where IQ was wide open, guys were just wide open. All of that same high screen and roll, Mitch come up, set the pick, roll off, McBride roll, makes the right read, because the read is either you take it or you pass it up. You take it, you have to make a decision on what you want to do, and then he will make the right read. That's it.
Yep, I agree with you on that. That's a fact. That's a good point. Salute to my man Canal Ben Lauya. How do you say that? Is that Lauya? I think I said it right, but if I didn't, don't kill me, brother. I'm trying to get it all right, man. But definitely salute to Canal. I appreciate you, bro, as always. I got mad love for you, man. I always salute. I salute everybody, obviously, but I definitely appreciate the people who tuned in, the day ones when we first launched our channel, the Geraldine McIvers, the Canals, the Knicks 100s, guys like that, and then right after we maybe a couple months in, then I started to see guys like Be Civilized and Pudge Nice. They came along and they've been saluting and showing up for us, since the beginning. So I definitely appreciate y'all. Just know that, John and I and Jose appreciate y'all. Be Civilized. He can do it all. And Grimes no need to see anymore. Knicks 100 said, let them play now. He ready for our young pups out there. I hear you, bro. Listen, they definitely deserve minutes. I will say that. They definitely deserve minutes. Whoa. There it is. D-Raz says, fire Tibbs chant at the Garden if he don't play Deuce and Grimes. There's some people that want to fire Tibbs chant regardless of what he does. You know what I mean? There's some people that are ready. I know Geraldine is not happy with Mr. Tibbs, but I'm trying to figure out how I can make this happen. Maybe I can see if I can talk to somebody at the Garden. Maybe Tibbs can give Geraldine a call. Just listen, just work with me. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta get him back in Geraldine's good graces, man. We need that connection. Let me see here. Knicks 100 said the chat is smart. Oh no doubt, brother, no doubt. I appreciate you coming on, man.
I try to log. I just got to tap out for a minute.
Oh, no problem. All right, I'm gonna hold it down while you do what you do. Yeah, y'all. So once again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with me. As G-Man would say, y'all could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here tuned into the Still Knick Fans Know the Ledge pregame, postgame show with your man Ron. So thank you. I appreciate that. Got Brother John in the chat holding it down. Yeah, man. I wish all things were different. You know, I had a whole breakdown of things that we could go through. And I also had some other stuff that I wanted to talk about, but all of that stuff is irrelevant right now because these guys are not playing. So, but thank y'all for tuning in and chopping it up with me, irregardless. Salute. Oh man, G Money. Whoa. Hold on. What you saying, White Falcon? You seeing something out there? They talking about suspending or shutting down the NBA? I don't know. That might be the rumors and stuff that is probably going around on ESPN and other sports channels, because I'm sure they're thinking about it right now. Maximad, Cali, McBride, Grimes, RJ, IQ, Obi lineup just once this season would be. Yeah. Nah, I mean, it wouldn't be bad. Let's see. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing, regardless of different views and takes, and that's for our beloved Knicks to be successful and win. That's a fact. Be civilized. That is true. What? Ayo, Kyrie and safety joint says what? What do you mean? What you trying to say, Knicks 100? They saying Kyrie's in the health and safety protocol? How? This dude hadn't even been on the court. Come on. What? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Let me know, man, because that is wild. If that's the case, that is wild. We all have, Knicks 100 said, we all have different paths. We demand Knicks take, but hell yeah, we all want not one, not two, not three, not four. Facts, man. Listen, I'll be happy if I just see one, man. I just want to see one. You know, I want to know what that feeling is like. I'm fortunate enough that as a Met fan, I was able to see. Excuse me. I was able to see the Mets do it one time. I was too young, so I didn't go to the ticker tape parade, but at least I knew it was happening. I'm a Giant fan, so fortunately, I was able to see, a couple Giant parades because I just so happened to work in that area where they do the parades. So, yeah, man, I just want to see the Knicks get one, man. Just at least give me one. No way, Jose says, all right, I have to go, but Ron, I still want a wrench next to my name. Pretty please. I got you, buddy. I got you. Let me make sure that I'll make that happen, brother. Don't you worry about it. Your ass says, throw Deuce in the water. Do the shark. Facts. Shout out to AD. Might be out for the year. Whoa. That's crazy. Give me 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. Just want to make sure that I got my thing charged up here. I don't want my PC to die on me while I'm talking to y'all. Make sure we good to go. Yeah, man, but damn, if AD's out for the year, like that definitely sucks, man. And that's a guy that you can say for whatever reason, this guy, could you imagine the type of career AD would have had already to this point if he could have just stayed healthy for most of it? Like, he's always getting hurt. There's always something going on. It's a shame. All right, I'm back. So, D-Raz says Randall's not a shining star. Yeah, man. Look, I think, honestly, I know Randall gets a lot of the blame for what's going on with this team, but I just don't think it's all his fault. I know he's not helping sometimes, and he really should be because he's the face of the organization, and he's the closest thing we got to a leader. But I just don't think this team is built the right way for him to succeed and for others to succeed. I think at the most, it really hurts. The way this team is built really hurts Randall and really hurts RJ. It kind of points to their limitations as well, but that they need certain things to be in place in order for them to succeed. And that's also the reason why it's the difference between a star and a superstar. You know what I mean, guys? Like, that's what we have. We've got a star and some star-like, we might have a star-like player or so, maybe. They haven't necessarily stepped up yet, but that's the problem with Randall. And I don't know if Randall will ever be a superstar, but he's a star and can continue to play like a star given the right things happening around him. Canal says Randall Noel Knox IQ 3 picks for Cat and filler. Randall Noel Knox IQ 3 picks for Cat. And filler. You know what, guys? I haven't said this anywhere yet because I love the young guys on our team. But if there was one young guy that I would be okay with trading if we get back somebody that can really help our team and is not too old either, it would be IQ. I like IQ, don't get me wrong, but he's the only young guy that I could say I would be okay with him having to go in a trade because I just love I still love RJ. He's my favorite player in the Knicks. You guys know how much I'm talking about Deuce. You know I love Deuce now. I've been saying it all year. It's Obi season. I'm a big fan of Obi. I love his story. I love the Brooklyn connection, and I love the fact that he's just a hard worker out there and gives us the most energy. And obviously, I like Grimes and Jericho. I don't think Jericho will be included in any trades anyway. So if Jericho had to go, Jericho has to go. But I don't think Jericho will be going anywhere. So, but that's like those guys I want to keep. And when I look at all of them, the only guy that I could say I like IQ, but I could see somebody coming in and doing some of what IQ does and giving us other stuff as well. So he's the only young guy that I could say maybe if one of them had to go to get a trade done, I'm okay with IQ. We get Cam. It's a 99.9% done deal. Zion is a Knick in the future. Yeah, man. In previous times, I would be okay with that. I'd be happy with it. I'm just too concerned about who Zion is, man. I don't know if Zion will ever reach his potential in the league because of his issues. Granted, he could turn everything around if he gets with the right nutritionist, if he gets with the right health program, and he's able to focus on taking care of his body and doing things differently. Like, because right now, when I see Zion, I think of how Steph Curry came into the league. Well, you guys remember when Steph Curry came into the league and Steph Curry was pretty much skinny, small, like not frail, but a small body. And he put a lot of torque and energy on his ankles, and then he was always hurting his ankle, and then he finally hurt it pretty bad, and it just was recurring and never went away. And then Steph got into a conditioning program. He did things differently. He bulked up a little bit, put on a little weight. He's not a big dude by any means, but he's bigger than he was. He put on a little weight, a little bit more muscle, and more stronger tissue around the ankle and leg area. And he was now he's been, pretty healthy for the most part. He's gone out here and there for certain things, but Steph has been way healthier than he was when he first came into the league, and it shows. Now all he does is, all you got to worry about him is playing his game. Zion would have to go out there and do, you guys remember, was it I think it was like the 4th or 5th year, maybe 4th year, that Carmelo was a Knick, and him and Wade, Bosh, and LeBron decided to get on this new healthy cleanse program. I remember they all slimmed down, and they were trying to decrease their body fat to the smallest portion, and they were just eating healthy veggies and all this stuff and doing things differently, and they really decreased on all that body fat. Zion needs to get on one of those type of regimens, get that going, and really get his stuff together that way. Maxima Cali says, I'd rather take a young future superstar and build for the future, maybe get more picks, but I don't think we are contender with Julius without trading for vets and losing some of our young talent. I'm with you on that. I know if that's what they want to do, if that's the Knicks direction, then they would have to do that. I just think if the Knicks were really looking at this big picture and smarter about it, I think they would build more into the young talent and say, let's continue to bring youth in here, even if you do have to trade something to get some better youth, but still stay young so you have a team that can grow into something special and you can sustain it. Because we're different than other organizations. We're a team that has been bad and inept for quite some time, and our franchise has not had a lot of success with regards to how we build an organization. So I would say we got to think like that. Of course, we all want to win now. I want to win now too, but we're not prepared to win this year, right? And most likely, we won't be prepared to win next year. If you look at the way everything is going, we're not ready for that. So, and if that's the case, then why not say, we can still make trades. We can still bring in guys who put us in a position that we can be better. It's got to be young-ish, maybe no one older than 28 years old. And if you can get guys that are 24, 25 that are young stars in the league, even better. But I just think that's what they need to do, because we're not ready for any of this other stuff. Why blow stuff up? Because that's what the Knicks teams have done in the past. Why blow stuff up? Bring guys in that are not ready to help us out, and then we go for what? We trade our assets and we don't even have the right amount of value out of it because we're not prepared for that. And then we're back to square one. Eventually we run into a deficit again where we're like, now we got these contracts, we got a team, we can't do anything, we got no assets, and we're stuck. Then eventually the players that we do have on the team, they leave, and it's another bad Knicks experience, and everybody's looking at the league like, look, the Knicks can't put anything together once again. They leave us, and then nobody wants to come here again. It's a cycle. So keep building, bringing in young star-type players, and then make it a destination where people want to come to, and maybe you got enough players that you don't even have to worry about doing that. You don't even need to worry about bringing in these guys because we got a good enough team that we don't need them. That's always been my thing. Ever since LeBron dissed us years ago, I forgot who else was big that dissed us in the past. We've been dissed by a lot of players. In the past, not to mention what's happened with KD and Kyrie recently. So I look at it like I'd rather us do what we got to do on our own. We can still go out there and get some talent, but don't rely on these big superstars. Let them do their thing wherever the hell they want to do it, and we just build and get to a point where we can all have the last laugh and say, yeah, you wish you was on the Knicks now. That's what I want. That's always been my dream, man. Get it to the point where people are like, yo, that Knick franchise looks really good. I wouldn't mind going there. Nah, we don't need you, brother. We good. That's what I want. Hawks haven't had Hunter most of the year and Bogdanovich. That's why they struggle in that mismatch they force on teams. Yeah, that's one of those issues that they've been dealing with. All right, let me kind of breeze through some of this because I know I'm little. We've been talking a lot, and so the chat's been going. Geraldine said, "I'm done with Tibbs." Yeah, I know. I know, Geraldine. I know how it is. Listen, man, I try my best to see if we can woo you over, get you back in the fray. But I know it's tough. That's all right. I get it. Don't worry about it. What's up, KJW? Appreciate you, man. Salute. Quality jumper. Salute. Thank you. Tough game tonight. Looking for effort tonight. Yeah, that's what we need. We definitely need that. Latrell, Sprewell, the American Dream. Kyrie is in health and yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Yo, it really is true. This dude hasn't played a game. Yo, come on, man. Yo, I don't wish bad. I don't wish for people to be in the health and safety protocols or even have a chance of catching the C word. But that is just bananas. Could you imagine? The dude hasn't played all year with the team. For the most part, he wasn't even with the team. I guess now he probably just joined them and has been practicing because they were thinking about using him on a part-time basis. And as soon as he gets involved with the team, he catches or is in the health and safety protocols because we don't know if he actually got it, but we definitely know there's a chance he was exposed to it. So that's nuts. Wow, you cannot make this stuff up. That is crazy. Wow. What? Wow. Yeah. Quality Jumper says, I think the direction is the future. Our core vets are not on that level. I agree with you, Quality. That's how I've been looking at things recently. I've been thinking that we definitely need to kind of look at things, in a different perspective. If we're not ready, it doesn't mean we're going to go back to full rebuild and just trading all our assets to just go see who we can get in the draft. I just mean go from a different perspective, bring in young talent. That's all I'm saying. I think if you look at this Knick team, we've got a good base. Like Grimes, McBride, if Quickly's here, fine, Quickly's here now. Obi, RJ, Jericho, and I don't know, am I missing anybody? I think that's the core of our youth. What we got going on, like that's a nice base to work with, and it's also a bunch of good guys that are willing to play with others. So you don't got like a bunch of selfish diva type star players or even young guys that are entitled and think they're a certain way. These guys are all willing to pass the ball. They work with each other. Obviously, there's some issues. I know I talk about quickly and how he doesn't always keep his head up, so he misses some things or he's not looking at the right. But that's just me being I'm nitpicking. But as far as quickly as a team player, so we got a lot of good stuff when it comes to that. We can definitely build off that. KJW wants to know what our starting five is looking like tonight. Well, according to what is this? RotoWire, the NBA lineups for tonight are was it Derrick Rose? He's game time decision, but he might play. So it's either Derrick Rose or possibly even Kemba, but that's not listed yet, so that's still up for grabs. But it's Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and Nerlens Noel is what is the supposedly expected lineup. Against Boston's expected lineup, which is Dennis Schroeder, who's a game-time decision, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Robert Williams. That's no walk in the park. So that's definitely Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Jay Boogie, I wish I could be on with you. Trucks making too much noise, but it's time to put the NBA back in the bubble. Facts, Jay Boogie, and yeah, salute to you, man. I appreciate you. I understand, brother. No problem. Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. We might have to do that, man, because this is crazy right now. Knicks 100 said, "Nah, I've been too loyal. I'm after 7, 8, 9 championships. My greed is real." I hear you, man. Oh man, be oh bro. We have Robin. We need Superman and Batman. That's true. Randall Stardust. Come on, man. Uh, oh right, I wrote it out through the Jared Jeffries, Billy Walker's. Yeah, facts. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I used to love playing with Billy Walker in 2K. He used to be my sneaky assassin. Hit the outside shot, and I would come. If you try to play me out there, I'd break you down and dunk on you. I used to love Billy Walker. Knicks 100 said all them shows front and Ron. They all was in a rush to trade Obi. I remember the talk. Man. I do. You ain't lying. And Obi to this point, there's still some people who are definitely willing to trade Obi. Maybe they're just being realistic because they think in order to get something better, you got to trade Obi. But I just look at it like you have to kind of look at what team you have and how you're trying to build it. And if you look at your pieces, you can still build a really good winning team with Obi and these other cast of characters. You just got to figure out what it is you got. All right. You look at what Obi did when he had minutes to play. Obviously, you got to take into account who he's playing against, all that stuff. But that's stuff that Obi could do, right? And then Obi can still learn how to be better at other things. Now, there's certain things that Obi will never be good at. So, all right. So you say, okay, we need to bring in somebody who does what Obi's not good at. You got to play it like that with all the guys you got. You know what Quickly can do, what's Quickly not good at. Bring in the opposite, to kind of help fill out your needs, but do it the right way. Don't just say, last year we were a good defensive team. Atlanta blew us up in the playoffs. Now we need to bring in two guys who can score more. That was probably the biggest mistake the Knicks could have done. I'm not going to be. I never really loved the move. I was okay with the move because I thought, I'm being a realistic fan. Fournier used to light us up. Now the Kemba thing, I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched Kemba do much in recent times. I was giving Kemba his props for just being a really good player in the league for all these years, and I remember what he used to do. But recently, like as far as what he was doing with Boston before we got him, I wasn't paying attention to Boston. I wasn't watching Kemba games, so I didn't know what he was at this point. So I'm just going to be honest with that. So I didn't have a feeling about it. But Fournier, I definitely saw Fournier light us up on numerous occasions. And I didn't really see him do too much with Boston either, because like I said, I wasn't watching Boston. But I just felt like Fournier would be something that we could use. I was wrong in that. And I think the Knicks, and maybe he could still turn things around, guys. I don't know. Maybe with the fact that I keep saying we haven't had a point guard. Maybe when Deuce is in the game, if Deuce does continue to play whenever he comes back, maybe he unlocks Fournier too. Maybe he helps Fournier's game. So that's the thing about having let's just say a floor general type. Deuce is not. I can't give him that. I can't give him that title yet. He's still got to earn it. He's young. We'll see if he can be that. But he's looking good in the right direction. And if we can still get that 3-and-D type guy who comes in and can lock down the wings, if that's Grimes, fine. But we need that in order for us to see what Fournier. How much better do you think Fournier would be if he don't have to worry about getting cooked on defense all the time? If he knows that when he's out there, there's other help, so he's not as much of a liability. Like this helps everybody. So we'll see. Knicks 100 said I pretty much stood alone when I said Obi stays all last year. Yeah. Pudge Nice got to trade for Cam Reddish ASAP. CP3 dissed us recently and went to the West to see the sunrise. So that's a fact. That is true. That's a good point. The future looks bright. We have to capitalize on the vets, be getting young stars. Knicks 100 said that's karma we getting for getting rid of Rod Strickland. Yeah, we didn't handle that situation right. And we also did Stephen Marbury dirty too. Yeah. Salute, Quality Jumper. Appreciate you. Can you imagine Randall if he was wise and under control? Wow. I would love to see it. And I agree with you. Teams would be in trouble. He is better than he plays. I'm going to keep saying that. That I do agree with. I just think that this team is just not put together right now. Quality Jumper says, oh, wait, hold on 1 second before I get to that. Knicks 100 said, let Randall re-up his value this year and half of next year and get his butt up out of here. The New York Knicks got it from here on. I hear you. That might be what it has to, what has to be done. Quality Jumper, do you play Rose tonight? I'm not sure I would. The ankle continues to be an issue recently. That's what I said earlier, Quality Jumper. That's what I agree with, man. We don't look like we're going anywhere right now. And even if we do turn things around, this game right here, it's not that important for us to put Rose out there and watch Rose get hurt even more and be out for an extended period of time. That's going to hurt us more as an organization. I don't put Rose out there unless he's 100%. Let's not forget he's had a bad, history of some tough injuries. And even when he came back, he had some nagging injuries that he had to go through that kind of derailed him in the past. He's been very healthy, for the past couple of years. Let's try to keep him together, man. Don't put him in that situation. That to me would be stupid and reckless to put him out there. He gets hurt even worse, and this team still ain't going anywhere. Like, there's always another game. At least now that it's early, and who knows what's going to happen, especially with the protocols, and who knows what they're going to do in the NBA. They may shut stuff down. Nah, I wouldn't do that. D-Raz says, excuse me, if Fournier is our number 2 tonight, we have no chance. We don't know, man. Look, I will say that tonight looks a little worse because you don't have Deuce out there and these other guys that have been playing well to help unlock him, if that's the case. So this does go back to a different scenario. But let's give him a shot. He's been shooting a little better lately, and he's playing against his old team. Maybe he can show us a little something tonight that might look all right. I hope. I'm being hopeful. Knicks 100 said, I like Evan, but you need smart players with real basketball IQ for Evan to be successful. That's a fact. That's 1,000% fact. D-Raz said Fournier already had his first half decent game for the month. So that's it, right? He hit his quota. Right. Quality Jumper says, when in doubt, rest. Yeah, I think that's what they should do for Rose. Yeah, but with knowing Tibbs, he's like, D-Raz said, Tibbs riding Rose 48 minutes tonight, man. Come on. Yeah, I hope not. We definitely don't need that. Well, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. We almost at the 3-hour mark. I got a couple things I need to do. But I definitely want to say salute to all of y'all. Hit that like button if you haven't had a chance to. Appreciate all the likes and support. And listen, if y'all got friends that are Knicks fans or that like basketball talk, basketball content, tell them about the Still Knicks Fans show, man. We definitely want to continue to grow. We love to have people come on and subscribe to us, man. We definitely want to grow this. We're about to hit a year next month in January. So, we appreciate all y'all for tuning in and supporting us, man. We're trying our best to give you as much content as we can. We'll continue to come up with ideas. Right now, currently we've got the Still Knicks Fans, weekly recap and prediction show that comes on either Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on how the Knicks play, if they have a game or not. We still have the NBA report on the Nothing But Knicks, network that comes on Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on how the Knicks play, if they have a game or not. You've got me doing a post-game / pre-game type thing on Saturday mornings at 11. And you also have the newest piece of content we got is an interview with your favorite content creator series, which that usually airs on Sundays around 11:30. There won't be one this week, unfortunately, guys, because I wasn't able to secure the guest in time. I'm not just going to do it and just throw anybody out there. I'm trying to put people out there that I know have been doing content for quite some time and have been successful at it, because I'm trying to get different perspectives, different information from these people. Because not only am I curious, but I think fans of these people are curious, and I also think that content creators out there that are trying to get into this platform and trying to learn more about it, no matter what you do, whether you want to do Nick content, whether you want to review movies, TV shows, videos, whatever it is you want to do, I think this type of interview series is very helpful, and you can learn some things from it. So if any of you guys who are tuned in are interested in that stuff, definitely check out an interview with your favorite content creator series. Right now, there's interviews up there with Simeon Russell from Nothing But Knicks. You got Uncle Freezy from the Blorange Tears Network, and you also have Chris, aka the Entertainer, talking sports. So you have some good content out there, some good knowledge that's being given to you by these three gentlemen so far, and we're going to continue to grow and continue to put more stuff out there. I'm definitely going to try to get other people involved, people who may review movies, may do any type of things that the type of content that we like to watch on YouTube. I'll definitely continue to try to get those people on so we can have different perspectives. So definitely continue to tune in. And yeah, man, just like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend who tells another friend. Just keep spreading the word, so we can continue to grow this thing and keep giving you that content that hopefully you enjoy, and that we like to do. Let's see. Be Civilized said Tibbs might suit up. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you as always. Ron, John, and No Way Jose, plant your flag. Thank you, brother. Oh, man, look at my man, Boost Mobile. Salute. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's good to see you. D-Raz, appreciate you. You know what? But as we get up out of here, let me do this one more again. I'm gonna close the show out with Jay Boogie and his new song, Christmas. Featuring Papa Left and Cully. Let's get up out of here on a good vibe, man. Let's get this Knicks victory tonight. Knicks versus Boston. If we can pull the victory out, all the better, man. We dealing with a lot as well as other teams in the league, but we starting to get hit with the bug for real. So let's hope we get this victory. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I love the fact that y'all keep supporting us. Like I said, tell all your friends, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, if you haven't already done so, continue to hit that notification bell. So make sure you put notified for all, so you're notified whenever we drop content. And also go over to Nothing But Knicks and hit their notification bell, so when they drop content like the Queen's Court, the controversy, Knicks and Bruises, and Sims normal stuff, the shoot around and the other post games and pre-game shows that he has. And definitely you'll be notified when we drop the NBA report over there. So stay tuned, guys. We appreciate y'all. And as I said, we out of here. Let's put that J Boogie back up. This is once again Christmas. J Boogie, Papa Left, and Cully.
It's a jolly time of the year, right before the new year. Ain't no other squad better on this day than the Knicks. We back. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting. 12 noon, we back 12 in the 2/5. Biggest tree in the world filled with presents. Little kids, they checking off their wish list. Ho ho ho, we celebrating this Christmas. Jingle bell, first game playing in the garden. Tell Santa we got the whole league watching. Right before we celebrate the new year. James Dolan crossing with the reindeers. Parker decks, they filled with no room garage. When it comes to the flow, this here's eggnog. Best believe your boy, yeah, I'm on my job. Celebrate your Christmas with the Knicks squad. The best place in the world, that bag stay shopping. I AD my wrist so you can keep watching. Shopping sprees all over, this is Times Square. Then it's back to the game at Madison Square. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Back on Christmas, J Boogie predicted this. You can't say St. Nicholas without nicking it. The Knicks on Christmas should be ubiquitous. So shout out if you've been with us, sitting through the interim. Feels like we meant to win now that we got tips with us. Potential is limitless. Gifts go down the chimney. Try to put the Grinch on me, pinch me, but I'm not dreaming. It's a new reality. New York is in the top seating. Seasons, greetings, Eastern Conference. Defense, the Gardens rocking. Best fans in the game. We don't do the home away split. Catch me at the Staples, baby. I make the sleigh live. 8 gifts, pulling up in the Cambridgers. About to lace the garden with a pack of Frankincense and myrrh. Can't resist the urge. Knicks set new squad. Time to burn the competition sitting by the U-Law.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Something wrong with your TV screen. If that orange and blue ain't playing on that red and that green. Favorite players, yeah, but Knicks, they forever the team. Shout out the upstairs, trying to play chess with the team going forward. They making sure the squad is in order. They know we hated on by all opposing reporters. It's torture. New Yorkers, we built for fourth quarters. Show up to the court or prepare for a slaughter. They wanna hate on the Knicks, tell me what that's doing. Get that stuff out of here, shout out to Pat Ewing. 12 noon jump ball, just know we enemies. We trying to bring home the gold back from the 70s. Oh yeah, we back on Christmas, oh no, can it be? Only us Knicks fans know the whole New York energy. If you ain't know what type of tension this is, Knicks Nation, we'll see y'all on Christmas.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.